Ho, 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 motherfuckers.
Ho, ho.
Hey,
Welcome to Press Any Key, episode 58, holiday
Way Home.
special.
We're down
No
lights.
way home.
This is technically the holiday special 2021. However, we need that SEO, and No Way Home is more bankable.
I could have put like little Christmas lights in the top of the in the top of the
Yeah,
thumbnail.
you could have, but you didn't think about that.
You told me it was perfect.
We got Joe Enright from the other Press Any Key universe.
That's true. That's true. It's certainly
It's a
No Way
blending of
Home.
universes.
Always,
The other engineer.
yeah, Jess on the ones and twos.
We got two engineers.
We're all decked out too. What are you guys wearing?
The finest.
The best threads that Target has to offer.
Me and Mike are your two gay uncles.
Hello.
We're here to give you the best presents.
Oh yeah,
Which one's the top, though? Like,
we're verse.
Yeah, we.
oh, okay.
That looks like the most
We don't want to put any titles
flammable
on
jacket.
It's like,
Like, please stay away from the candle. I can see that. Just
It
going
also
up.
looks like the least breathable.
yeah, no, this is.
They're
this
often
is
hand in hand.
filled
It
with
seals in
lights
the flavor.
and wires.
Wait, did you put them on?
Yeah, it's just, we're
We got to turn the lights off.
Cut the house light.
it's just, you're not going to be able to see them because
We'll fix it in post.
There you go.
Get comfy by the fire.
Yeah. Getting close to the candles.
So you guys all learned the Christmas carols that I sent to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of them.
Yeah.
3, 2.
I only learned 2.
You're gonna hold her tight. Come on, Joe. You know.
Don't say anymore.
Jess, did you learn the Christmas carols?
Of course I did.
All right, let's hear it.
You're the lead. You're the only. Yeah,
Oh.
you're
You're the only soprano that we have.
Oh,
Like a snow day, yeah.
somebody
Yes.
No, we're going to get DMCA. Please
Yeah.
don't.
to a 4-part chorale.
What, you want more?
You really can't.
No.
Oh, can we do Walking on the Sun?
Can't say I'm not adaptable.
Just sings the hits.
Such holiday hits.
Well, I guess the other thing I should mention is that you should like this video.
Yeah.
And that you should subscribe to the channel and leave us a review on any of the podcast apps because that would be fucking sweet.
That's
Yeah, that'd be a good
your
holiday
Christmas
present
or
for us.
Holiday
Yes.
present,
I
yeah.
Yes.
saw there was a nice review from a divorced dad on your guys' show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? What do you say?
I forgot exactly.
This helped me
Very
cope
hard
through
to
the
paraphrase
divorce.
it.
Yeah, why don't
Paraphrase
you
it.
give
This
us
helped me cope through the divorce.
Could you think of one sentence?
Basically, yeah.
You remind me of my kids who I no longer have custody.
They loved movies.
Yeah, if I can pull it up.
Watching you guys be this sad makes me feel less sad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I know that there's a lower point in life. And it's
This
when
is
you
it. In
And it's
between you
eternal.
guys. Right here.
You left it after the Eternal
Yeah.
show, yeah.
Okay, so obviously we're here to talk one thing tonight, and that is coincidentally what I don't think any of us knew was that this was the biggest movie of the year. Nobody kind of crept up on us.
Of the life.
Yeah, that's a good point too. So we're just gonna dive right in. You guys just want to we'll get started with non-spoilers.
No,
Let's-
let's just fuck. Who
No,
cares?
no, too many people I know have seen it, but also have not seen it. So let's
Okay.
do non-spoilers
How do-
because
If
it's
people
how-
have stayed away from the spoilers
How do
so
we-
far, then more credit to you.
How do we approach it as a non
well. Okay, so I guess maybe I've written some things down. If
Yeah, you can please.
Okay. So my thing right off the bat is coming out of this movie is the fact that this exists is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
that the studios came together and actually did it.
Yeah,
Well, not only that, but like just the properties that they chose to include, like.
Also
and
that it,
exclude more
Yeah.
importantly.
Yeah.
More importantly,
also the fact that it's not like a shitty like Christmas special mashup kind of thing.
I know.
Like
I
Hawkeye.
feel like
Like Hawkeye is 100% right.
I feel like this could have easily slipped into like self-parody or like, whoa, this is way like
The Flintstones meet the Jetsons.
pretty much type of vibe.
Well, you know
But
the
like,
higher ups like board meeting was like an episode of Sopranos. They're like, you get 12% of this.
I want the cut.
I want the cut.
But we get the truckers
Romano.
into.
What's my vig?
so, hot take, and I guess we'll debate this topic first in a non-spoiler way. I think this is exactly like Avengers: Infinity War in the sense that this is completely inaccessible to anyone who hasn't seen at least the couple movies before us that feature heavily Spider-Man. But for the people who have been following along, it's exactly what you want it to be. Because like Avengers: Infinity War, that had like 5 or 6 movies that lead up to it, and so did this one.
I agree.
Yes,
You-
Dan.
I'm agreeing. And you look
take
like
both
you. Yeah,
mics.
you look
I'm
like
not
you're
saying
ready
you
to-
can't have a good time.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Is I feel like people can still have a good time while they're watching this if they haven't seen the other 5 movies or 7 movies. I think they can have a good time. However, to fully grasp it and really feel the emotional weight that this movie is trying to pull, 100%, it's not as accessible.
Well, what about
And
the
God
fact
damn it, it works.
the fact that the plot picks up literally right where the last one left off? Like I
Part
feel
of
like
it.
for somebody who hasn't seen that movie, it's like, why is J. Jonah Jameson like, oh, Spider-Man is Peter Parker? Like,
Well,
why?
What I think of that question, I'm like, would my mom have liked this movie? Because there's
Would
like,
she? Do you-
I
do
did
you
try
think-
to explain this to my mom. I was like,
Yeah.
she was like, so how was the movie? And I tried to like put it into words of like, you don't understand what happened in
Right.
that theater.
like why are there 3 Spider-Man? Well,
Yeah.
who's that? I thought he was isn't he Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Already spoiling.
we're already-
like,
we're already
Jesus
spoiling.
Christ.
That was not a spoiler. Everybody
I'm
knows that.
starting
That's
to
kind of a
think
spoiler.
they put that rumor out themselves to let everybody know that they're in the movie, but like didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, but didn't want to put it in the marketing, you know, because they didn't want to blow their whole load, pretty much.
That's fair.
Well, I think the way they played it was to try and convince everybody that it was just a rumor. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, don't go into this expecting you're gonna get Tobey Maguire.
Well, like I was saying before, this was originally supposed to be marketed without any of the villains. None of this. But once Jamie Foxx fucking blew it up on his
Wait,
own Instagram.
there's no villains. What is it's just like Spider-Man is just like I'm
yeah.
applying to college.
Well, yeah, what are the trailers then if there's no villain?
It's all about MIT.
MIT is the villain.
Originally, it was gonna be billed as a Civil War type of thing
Yeah.
between Doctor Strange and Spider-Man,
Which is how all the ads were, because you saw so
Yeah.
many things of them fighting.
and it was also gonna be
Scooby
like
Doo this.
it was
crap.
gonna be like they were gonna try and
Ish.
it was like they were gonna try and do a thing where it's like math and science versus magic. That's how they were gonna bill it. But even then, like,
I did like that.
yeah,
angle.
that's a good
Topical.
angle.
The fact that
Math versus crystals.
let's
settle this debate.
That's a dumb. I think like you got one joke out of it. You could not make a movie off that.
well, you could make a trailer out of it
You could.
Yes,
and convince the.
But they didn't
nation.
even-
and
they
probably
didn't even
not
do that.
make
Let's be
nearly
happy
as
they
much
didn't
money.
do that.
Yeah, true.
So, worldwide, this
I just
made-
picture the movie being about like creationism.
big allegory
Yeah.
for like creationism versus evolution.
yeah.
Jesus put you
Dinosaurs.
here.
Spider-Man's an evolutionist.
So this made $258 million worldwide.
Just in the last hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it-
the highest since the pandemic from
yes.
box office.
and then third of all time though,
Of
which is-
opening weekend.
Yeah, which is pretty fucking good.
Behind.
I'm gonna guess
Rise,
it's behind
Force Awakens and
Well,
Endgame.
Okay.
It's
Really?
not
Yeah.
like they still the whole West Coast has another 6+ hours to
Well,
see.
yeah,
it.
I mean, but this is just like by Sunday morning, like
I
with-
know.
like from
That's still a
Thursday to
shit ton
whatever.
of money.
Preview nights, like the Thursday night screenings, did 50 million, another pandemic best. I mean, duh, this is like we said, like it was a struggle to get tickets on Spider Monday. I hate how that works. Like that's how
So dumb. Annual tradition.
Now they got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
What? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just changing
Okay.
the lights. I want to do
Spider Monday.
Spider Monday.
Oh, okay.
colors. I don't know if I can.
Whoa, ho, hey, Nick, hey, oh,
hey.
I don't know if it did it change red. I can't see
something,
behind.
something changed.
I can just do it. I can do
Give me
it.
Spider Monday colors.
I'm changed, all right.
I'm a
Here you
changed
go.
man.
Spider Monday's here.
So Nick, what are you doing?
It's a
after
PC
this?
Richard and Son.
No, he's
I'm
we're
shooting-
the
I'm shooting.
sorry,
I'm doing
sorry.
some web slinging.
Okay. Performances. What do we think?
Terrible.
Well, how much can we talk? Like, what villains can we
You
talk
can-
about?
well, you just
Hold
talking
on.
Everybody
general.
knows.
Everybody knows about all the villains. It's
Okay.
just there's
I mean, performances. Willem Dafoe stole that show.
Yes.
like Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe
Still looks
was
the same.
Amazing.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
really does.
so,
and
actually-
the physical scenes, he did a great job. Like I kept thinking of that Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese Netflix movie,
Yeah.
where he looks horrible. I gotta say, Willem Dafoe actually,
He-
it really looked
well,
like he was beating
he
the
said
shit.
that he wanted to do all the action
Yeah.
sequences because if he didn't, then he didn't feel like he'd be attached to the character
because they
again.
learned that lesson from The Irishman.
Right. I remember
Well, how
Joe
old is
actually.
Robert De Niro?
Robert De Niro's in like his early
70s
80s,
or
the late
80s, right?
70s,
Let's
and then
pull it up.
Willem Dafoe is 66.
Also, the perfect casting from the get-go, from the first Spider-Man, because there's a scene where I think
Right.
his first like
78.
monologue when he goes into that dark alter ego.
Yeah.
Everyone on the set looks terrified.
A little bit
Was it?
closer. Yeah, keep that like that.
Yeah, everyone looks pretty terrified. I think they were actually terrified.
Yeah.
Of Willem Dafoe just
Uh,
like killing
Well,
evil
his-
I
Whatever
remember.
it
I remember
was.
in college, you said to me, you were like, "Why would they cast a guy with a goblin face and then put it under a helmet?" And I feel like they knew
Oh,
that
they did it
too.
perfectly.
He
this
got
time, too,
vindicated when he broke the helmet.
Yeah.
This is 10 years in the
They
making.
framed
When I saw
that-
the purple hoodie, I was like, no.
Yeah,
way.
they framed that helmet. Oh, never. We'll do it later. But okay, Willem Dafoe, definitely the best. It was nice that Alfred Molina like didn't slip into the cartoony Dr. Octopus.
I thought a lot
side.
of the writing for Dr. Octopus and the interactions with him, that was where it got the most like slapstick and cartoony.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
That early.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Not
early
Jamie
stuff.
Foxx?
I was gonna
Oh,
say.
but it was hysterical.
But it
most of
felt
the time.
appropriate. I
Yeah.
also
Because it
didn't
was
see that
Jamie
version of
Foxx.
the. I didn't see the original movie that he was in, so I don't know.
I think his were so much more campy. Everything around Jamie Foxx was.
but
much-
he sells it
But
where it's
he-
like Alfred
does.
Molina. I want to see menacing, not like
It's so funny
Dr.
that
Okay,
Otto
I get it, I
Jamie
get it.
Foxx
It's a
is in this.
punchline.
Jamie Foxx plays a major villain in this movie.
He plays Jamie
Plays
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Plays Jamie Foxx.
It is fun
And the
though
best-
that the
Oh,
no,
sorry.
you go ahead.
No,
No, it's
what I was
fine.
gonna say was the people surrounding us, where they all kept saying they were like, he came back with a fade too. They're like, he's got a fade. Everyone in the theater. around me.
It is nice though that the villains are a part of the plot though. They're
Yeah.
not just like a device for the plot. They kind
Right.
of move the plot forward.
It's probably the only way you could have gotten these characters together without it being contrived.
Yeah.
or without it being like a boss rush, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Sandman, I mean I get why they went with that choice.
Because
What do you-
Thomas
what do you
Hayden
mean?
Church is such a great actor.
I mean, like, I get why they went with his design to be all sand, just to update the character. And two, like, with COVID, obviously, they had a hard time
Oh,
getting
yeah.
some actors. As a matter of fact, since, everybody knows that Thomas Hayden Church, and I think his name is Rye Ifans. Is that his name? You know who I'm talking about?
No.
Did you see The Amazing Spider-Man?
Um,
Because I don't think anyone here did.
I don't
I did.
think so.
You did?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy who plays the lizard, how do you say his name?
Ray Fiennes?
Is it, how do you
Are
spell?
you talking Voldemort?
No.
No, that's
That is
Ralph
not-
Fiennes.
That's Ralph Fiennes.
Fiennes.
Either way, whatever
figure it
his
out.
name
I
is,
just don't know who Rye
Him?
Ifans is.
I got Voldemort.
him. I don't know if you guys could tell, but him and Thomas Hayden Church's on-camera screens were just comps from their own movies, and they just reused the footage
Oh, I did
and just
not.
digitally all. Yeah,
Riz.
Riz.
It might be Reese.
Reese?
Reese.
Reese?
It's RHYS.
Yeah, RHYSIFANS is his name. How do you fuck do you say that?
What?
It's like Tom Petty.
Yeah, he
Kind of does.
Reese Fons. Reese Fons.
Reese Fonz.
However you say him.
We'll just call him the lizard. I don't like that lizard design.
Doctor.
Okay.
Doctor Lizard.
If they changed Sandman and they changed Electro, why didn't they just change the lizard too to give him like the snout and shit?
Oh, hold on.
What are we doing?
Nick is trying.
Re-siphons.
Re-siphons?
Recycle.
Like
Re-siphons.
Like re-siphon the gas.
Is that
out
how you
of a
said it in the
car.
beginning?
Is it something like rice?
Reese fans.
Reese fan. All right, whatever. We're spending too much time on his fucking name.
Reese's
Either way,
Pieces.
though,
Yeah.
they voiced their characters, but they were not ever on camera.
What about
So that one when he
there was one shot where you see a face. Is it a human or is it a CGI?
or it's
It
the
is a
comp.
human, but it's a comp from another movie. They
Oh,
took the
okay.
footage right out of the other movie and just cut around them and then put it.
Forrest
in
Gump
one.
it.
Carrie Fisher.
Yes. No, not
Technology.
Carrie Fisher.
Like-
oh,
like The
yes, it is Carrie
Sopranos.
Fisher. I was thinking
there you
Carrie
go.
Russell, the one with the helmet in that movie.
No.
Yeah. See, they comped her out of another movie and just put her in this one. Tom Holland.
He's not great. He's not good.
You know,
Really? You don't think so?
He's fucking amazing.
I was gonna say after this one, I feel like he's kind of born to play Spider-Man at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
I think he might be the best Spider-Man.
Might? What is this might?
Only because of the like deep nostalgia for Tobey Maguire.
Right. But seeing
But-
them side
yeah.
can we say that now?
Yeah,
I mean, at this point,
Seeing, because I watched them back to back.
Right,
Yes,
right.
yes,
One.
But we
yeah,
watched
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
films
Good save, good save.
subsequently.
Watched all 5 leading up to this.
Yeah. You can see
Today.
the differences.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're
man.
trying.
we're really trying. We're really trying. I don't know what you guys want from us. All right, so just comment on the actual like dialogue in general. Thoughts. I didn't think any of it was cringeworthy. there was some, let's say, meme dialogue.
Yeah.
But it's weird because that's a line from the original movie that turned into a meme. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But this time they're referencing the meme and not the line.
That one's fine, I think.
That one, because
I
it made
don't
sense.
know.
I feel like that one actually kind of made sense in the moment.
Which one?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Something of a scientist myself.
Yes, okay, that one, yeah.
right.
That one was funny in the moment.
That's what I thought, but I just wanted to.
Yeah.
The Doc Ock, when they were making fun of his name, as if everybody in the fucking, Spider-Man universe is not...
His name is Dewcock.
Like,
When
everybody...
you spell it out, it's Dewcock.
No one has... They don't make fun of J. Jonah Jameson. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, you're Dr. Octavius.
Which is weird, because you know what? This creates a lightning rod for Alex Jones, okay? So they should have took the piss out of him more.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna like sell the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What if he,
See this,
he
folks?
grows like the little...
They put me in a new Spider-Man movie.
Hollywood media.
This is what Hollywood wants. Trying to get out in front of me, but I got it all right here, folks.
I got him on record.
I got it all right here. I got the papers. I got the correspondences that we have.
Craft services, selling gay potions. Turning the extras gay.
Damn it. Just keep it here. Just keep it right
You
here
can't
the
do
whole
it.
time.
I'm going to make you sit
No.
on your hands.
It
I will say
sounds-
this:
I have
he's-
to get closer.
He's good
to
about.
sound.
He's trained about keeping himself on mic to a fault at this point.
I want it to sound
Don't
good.
give him an excuse.
Yeah, we'll just crank you up. Don't worry.
No.
We got
Fix
a
it in
person for
post.
that. Jess is gonna help us out with that.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll
worry.
fix it in post.
Oh, yeah. I'll
She'll
do
make
that.
it loud. She knows how to make it loud. She knows how you like how loud it is.
You guys, this is
Unfortunately.
not
Stop
this is
touching.
not something to be shameful over. Okay, my audio preferences. All right.
Well, we got to make you.
Now, the
you want
glass
Danny
of
to
milk.
be quiet.
No,
All right, then leave it where it is.
I always bring it back.
All right, okay, you two.
Yeah, but you pull it
too.
away as I'm talking, too.
All of y'all.
I like
Sorry, I
that.
have to divide you
I'm
guys.
not gonna lie. I don't. I do
damn it,
like
Jeff.
If
that.
I had room, I'd leave. Okay.
Joe, you got to pick a side of the table.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, acting was good.
Yeah, lines wise, I think like it was probably one of the better written ones. There wasn't like nothing
Yeah.
felt like
Nothing, yeah,
massively
stood out.
campy.
Yeah, there was nothing
like,
I was like, ooh. You know?
They did do the thing where they always like undercut the nice moments. There's always a joke
I
right
thought
after
there
that.
was a substantial lack of that in this one as compared to like Eternals or Shang-Chi.
Towards the end, like when things were like really high stakes, I felt like they kept pulling the tension out of all the moments.
How so?
You
Well,
can get
without
into it later.
spoiling anything, we'll get into it
That was
later.
a test.
And then the other thing I think we all talked about was that we walked into this movie and we were like, it's gonna be a good Spider-Man movie. And it was a totally different animal. It was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
I think you were right what you said before we went in, because Pat's the only one who's seen it already, and he was like, whatever the speculation was before, you're getting something totally different, and you were right.
Like I said,
this was totally different than what I thought we were going to get.
It's the only movie I've ever seen that the hype was absolutely massive and it's still over-delivered. You know, that doesn't make it the best movie ever or anything, or like, but I'm just saying, like, that's the only experience I've had where, like, I kind of feel like if I, like, went and saw, like, a Batman movie or an Iron Man movie, like, the hype is obviously real, or even, like, Avengers, and, like, that hype kind of carries through the weekend, where I feel like there was kind of no hype at all to get to this one.
Thursday,
for me.
yeah, and then Thursday hit.
And then
just
Thursday, like after the reviews, it was like, oh shit, okay, so this thing is like gonna be amazing. And then I went in, and like I said, I walked out with Avengers level trauma. I was not ready for
everything.
Yeah, everything. Especially since like it kind of starts out in like that childish like Spider-Man Homecoming
in high
Far
school,
From Home, like
they
Far
do
From
all
Home
the,
vibe. And then it just fucking takes a turn.
Yeah, they did a good job of balancing Peter Parker with Spider-Man in this one.
Yeah.
Something that motherfucker can't do himself.
No.
Uh,
8 movies.
It's
Can't do it.
Still can't
hanging
figure it
out.
out.
Rotten Tomatoes 94%. Metacritic has it at a 72.
They don't know what they're talking
Yeah.
about.
I mean, I feel like that.
they watched
Why,
it wrong.
why
We're like
is that?
Metashitics.
Why? Like, I feel like things are even when they're scored high, they're scored low on that. But I also feel like it's a much larger base of
You look at the
Criticism.
user score.
user scores. Got to be at least like a 9.
Does
Yeah.
Metacritic have a user?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
9.1. Yeah.
Okay,
right.
yeah, makes sense.
it's only
Dicks at the Washington
56
Post.
reviews
and what
for
fucking
the Metascore.
what goddamn inbreds gave this?
We got this covered.
non-less point.
so what it- yeah, so
perfect.
what did
yeah,
they-
the
what
real
did they-
reliable. source.
Okay, so
CBC, real one.
there's 47 positive ratings, 9 mixed, and 0 negative.
So that's a 72.
Then mixed. I guess the mixed were very mixed.
Oh my god.
How
Oh
could
my
you be
God.
mixed on this?
Yeah. No, it's not very polarizing.
I have not
Like,
seen an under
what?
70
I
score
can't
right
see
now.
how this is polarizing.
75. Oh yeah, I guess they go in order. There's some 60. 50 is the
What
lowest
is the
score.
Some of these
50
companies
say?
take
There's no
themselves
attempt
too
to hide that the
seriously.
film is
Yeah,
pure
all
fan
right?
service. Let me.
I
Yeah.
don't think this film was fan service. I think it was. I mean, obviously
There is blatant fan
There
service.
is blatant
but
fan
it's done
service.
100%
and it's
fan
in
service.
service
They
of the
pulled it off,
story.
But
Yeah, they
the
pulled it
film
off.
is not fan service. There's the
Yo, straight
rectangle
up,
square
if
thing.
anyone says that this movie has like shitty fan service, they can suck me off. Cause like that's not fucking true.
Look at that
All right,
camera.
look,
Look at
it's
that camera.
commercial break.
All right, these
get
they
over
can
here.
come in some eels.
Now a word from our sponsor.
Because Jesus Christ.
Can we turn that into a drop?
I got a drop of you saying "suck my dick" too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Wait, do you not know about this?
No.
Was it on the show?
Oh, you don't know about the Drop Project? Oh, I have
That's a
just
good
been
TM.
ripping
Is it
MP3s
on
of
there?
everyone, and I've been putting them on my computer.
Who was I saying
And
suck
just-
my dick?
Zack Snyder.
All right, that sounds about right.
Par for the
Are
course.
you using this for dirt or what?
No, we're using this for
No,
content.
I'm just making a sound bank
Like
so I
the-
can have like a new drop set, you know,
Make a bed.
And for dirt.
and for dirt.
You're just stealing all our voices.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah, he's gonna put it together and make like bad voice recordings of
gonna
us saying
replace you
incriminating stuff.
I'm Timmy Turner, and I cheated on my math test.
You're gonna walk in with crash test dummies or something.
You guys are gonna start seeing videos upload on the channel, and it's gonna be like Burke or
Just
Nick, and it's
deep
gonna be like,
fakes.
"Watch me prank call this guy," and it's just gonna be a soundboard like, "Hello, suck my dick."
Zach.
I love orgies.
Cum gutters.
those are not even. They're just easily
Yeah,
accepted.
that's
that
not
you?
incriminating anymore at this
I've
point.
said that in 50 different ways.
I love that.
You go to your
recurring
law
joke,
firm,
too.
and I'm with these gutters.
I tuned out for a few episodes, and I come back, and every other word
Still
is
talking
cum
about
gutters.
cum
It's like,
And we don't stop.
2022 Cum Gutters merch coming.
My mom just texted me and said, "Your mouth, really?"
I agree.
Thank you for watching.
She definitely doesn't know it.
Cum gutters?
Yeah.
She is,
We just
she
lost
can-
a viewer too. So.
That's it for me.
Patricia, come on.
I don't know how she found it. She never knows how to find
show?
it. Yeah.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Pat Naparano podcast show.
That'll probably.
My son.
My
Cum gutters.
Is my son.
My son goes.
That's the name of our biopic.
Oh, yeah, here he is.
My son, cum gutters.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Oh man.
speaking of Tom Holland, getting back to the best Spider-Man,
CG.
I really don't want a Back to the Future reboot. But if anybody was gonna do it, I would fucking want Tom Holland, because the part where he fixes spoilers, the part where he puts the chip in the back of the neck, he's like, "Doc," and I was like, "Oh my god, that felt good, that felt right."
Grew
He's-
3 sizes that day.
He's said in interviews that he wants to be this generation's Marty McFly. So I mean, it makes.
I have very strong
yeah.
opinions about Back to the Future, and I would allow it.
If he can get that role without the shakes, I'm all.
Oh God.
Jess, can we get some type of drop for that?
Oh,
we need to
no,
discourage this behavior.
No.
Don't
not the right one?
encourage
No,
it.
it's really-
It's not the right one.
We need a bruh.
Oh, I had that one.
You got the bruh.
God, where did it go?
Yo, say it
Here.
again.
Fuck up.
Wait.
Great stuff.
We should get Jess like an actual turntable so she can like bruh.
I would love to wait, and then just starts
that'd be
wearing
awesome.
like a dead mouse head and shit.
Yeah, you slowly see me transform into like some cringy piece of shit.
And then you actually
Dead
have the bigger
marshmallow
career
Jess.
out of you break off in your own thing and start streaming like
I do my own
DJ
like
sets.
ASMR DJ sets on TikTok.
Cum gutters. Cum gutters.
All with our drop.
I would just be watching from Twitch being like, this is bullshit.
Every freaking time.
Get out of my garage.
Close the door. Close the door.
You're watching her stream and you see the garage door. What are you doing in here?
It's double D.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right.
Just looking for the snowblower.
Back to Spider-Man.
Spoilers.
Couple things I wanted to say was this movie has big moments, but also more importantly, it has a lot of little intimate moments, like character moments,
Like
that
what?
are super important.
Name 5.
But no, there's a lot of like great like one-on-ones, a lot of really fun interpersonal stuff that we can, get into later in spoiler territory. But like conversations that I'm really glad happened.
That's actually a really good point, because like when you have like 15 characters in a film, trying to find like the amount of balance between the characters' weight, their conversations, their importance, no one felt like they were just kind of like thrown in. Like everybody was placed very purposefully.
Exactly.
I felt that the fact that we got so much Doc Ock up front made it feel like there wasn't enough of him towards the end. They really skimped on him.
No, that I had the same thought actually, because I thought like it was kind of billed as Doc Ock was going to be the main guy that he was dealing with. But then it kind of seemed like Green Goblin sort of like took control as the lead,
Well, he
and then
disappeared for a while,
went
too.
rogue. That was the thing, which is how the movie really balanced itself with giving all the villains their equal time.
Well, I would have liked to see them like really causing havoc. Rather, we did get that one scene out with the power lines and everything, but we didn't
Right.
really get any moments where they're
Well, they're
harassing New York.
harming people.
They're not there essentially for the same reasons
Well,
that they were in the other
Why
films.
is Peter
Well,
Parker like,
hold
we
on.
need to get these guys who are dangerous? Like, I would
This
like to
is
see them being dangerous.
Fucking wild, because I
like
just
robbing
thought
banks.
like this is
That's
the
so like
anything.
original
Anything.
Spider-Man.
Any kind of heist.
this is the third like end of a
casino heist.
Spider-Man franchise that has like went for the too many villains thing and actually stuck the landing.
Yeah.
And like not only was it more villains, it literally was like,
All
give
of
me
them?
those fucking villains. I'll show you how to do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just sitting here now, like actually like rationalizing it. And it's just like they knew that the fan base was there from like the original stuff. That they were like, yeah, we're just gonna fucking take those and just make a movie out. Like, what a wild idea! Is that not fucking crazy to anybody else?
I
like,
think it's cool.
this was supposed to be a Kraven the Hunter movie,
So-
and they were just like, what if we tried?
Yeah, I also think about
Spider-Verse.
the payoff for Doctor Strange and everything. Just like I don't even know what the end game with that guy is. But little plug there. But
for your little movie.
if you haven't seen it yet,
You're little.
but I like how he was able to tie all these crazy concepts together, just because you know what he's capable of from the previous movies.
Yeah,
And then when everything, when the plot starts taking place, like, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think to your point of as to like why are they not destroying anything is because we like Pat's like they took them from the other movies. You've known what they've done, so it would have been like almost repetitive to show them like you don't have to establish them as a villain. We know they're villains going into it, and the movie's already 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
And
Well, the whole
and then
thing
that-
is like J. Jonah Jameson is like accusing of Spider-Man of unleashing all these bad guys on New York, but really it's like nobody other than like seeing them burst out of the apartment. What's the problem?
Well,
you
I
know
mean, the
J. Jonah
bridge
Jameson's-
scene, that was a big problem. Like him,
There you go.
causing, like him, like shutting down that bridge, Dr. Octopus. I mean, but outside of that, you're right. There wasn't a whole lot of
I'm
havoc
not saying
other than
it's a big problem, but I'm saying it would have been nice.
Also, I think the time that passes over the film is very short.
it's like a weekend.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
12 hours.
Yeah.
like there's it's not like when everything happens and they're going to do the final thing. I think the time between all of that was
All
very
they needed
short.
to do was,
It was,
in
it was
one of
Doctor Strange says I've been hanging there for 12 hours.
one
Right,
of the,
yeah, oh, true.
One of the news broadcasts. All it had to do was show like a helicopter shot of some shit going on somewhere in the city. Oh, like different villains doing different things, rather than Doc Ock gets one, smash up scene and then that's it.
He did.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
That was just the one.
He's
Oh,
Whereas the other,
Actually,
I thought you were suggesting that. I was like, did we watch the same movie?
but it like if you had like, oh, and look over here in this part of the city, it's like Sandman's doing some shit, and then Jamie Foxx is telling stand-up jokes over on the Brooklyn Bridge. Like,
No, you don't need that though, because of the one significant part in the
Yeah.
middle of the movie that we'll talk about in a minute. It's like that was enough for him.
where they're breaking out of the apartment.
Yes,
yeah.
that was all the reason he needed.
And in between,
But it wasn't affecting the citizens of New York. It was affecting.
But that's the thing. They
Spider-Man.
don't need to. They've already proven their villain
yeah. But
ship. We'll go with that word. Capabilities. But I do understand. Like, yeah, it's
Thug
kind of like,
life.
just for storytelling purposes.
I want to see some more casualties.
Yeah, really.
People need to die.
I need some more death. I realized actually the second time around there was a line where he says, we'll lure him to a place that'll be isolated so no one will get hurt. I'm like, they wrote themselves the Zack Snyder ticket, huh?
But it was much better.
Yeah. Well, I accept it. It's one of those. It's Captain
In
America's shield.
Zack Snyder, it was like this place where a lot of people would be has been evacuated.
Yeah. It's Captain America's shield physics. I would care more about the little things if it was a worse movie.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's
Did they?
fucking unreal. So
I don't know if I don't think this is a spoiler, but did they talk about why the statue had that?
yeah,
no,
it's
don't-
not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
Okay.
It's been widely
It's also
discussed.
Hawkeye is dealing with it too, right?
I don't
Fuck
know.
Hawkeye.
This is just a thing. They're like, hey, cool, we're adding it to this. Like, it wasn't in any previous things that they're gonna.
Yeah,
do.
like
we're-
why? And
Do
why
you
is the
know
Statue
how
of Liberty
many-
also now bronze
Yeah,
again?
put some
Like,
bronzer
I don't
on
get
Because
it.
it got destroyed. I
When?
think.
What?
I think so.
Did it get destroyed?
No one told me.
No,
Very un-American.
Alright, so my take on it was they probably, since they're updating it, they probably cleaned off the scaling,
The patina.
the patina, and like in the process of adding the shield, which is for Steve Rogers.
Well,
Listen, I've been in there. Okay, that shit ain't got no
Okay.
windows that are open. All right.
Number two.
However-
New York is not paying for infrastructure. Let's get
Yeah.
that.
But at the same
Fucking
time,
de
I also
Blasio.
I saw the Captain America shield. I saw a bronze Statue of Liberty, and I just accepted it. I just I was just like, I don't know where the fuck this is coming from, but sure, whatever.
I was
That's
just curious.
With Marvel movies, I've kind of just accepted. I'm sure I missed some stupid fucking thing. They can do whatever they want at this
They
point.
fought off an alien fleet, you know?
Yeah, there's bound to be some Statue of Liberty injuries
Well,
to it.
this movie I feel like reinforces the world quite a lot because like you see when they're swinging in the beginning of the movie, you see like the Rogers musical posters, which was just introduced to us in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And also like, of course they would add Captain America's shield to the Statue of Liberty. Of course there would be all these like random like event. Like this is like a
they're
super fantastical world.
Well, it's like
that they live
in the earlier Spider-Man movies when you have like the Captain America like, so you got detention videos. Like, it's the same
exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what's not cool?
I gotta
Fighting
say, though,
Thanos is cool.
After, so
Talking
we
back
established
to your
that this is
teacher.
obviously the same universe as the Avengers and everything.
There you go.
Thanks. So we established that, and then there's a big push in this movie about the destruction that comes with Spider-Man, trying to save people and stuff. Why are they so fazed by that? As if like
you people should be conditioned.
as if an Endgame
like we
didn't
are with
happen.
school shootings. Like it's just a thing that happens.
Also, a thing that happens. Also, they still live in the world where half the population just up and vanished.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and they're still phased by like
people
there's
are- yeah.
an octopus arm guy causing traffic. Of course.
Yeah,
another
at this
day.
point, I'm like, hey, there's 3 financial fucking problems. Like, it sure, like, just do another
The
thing like
markets
that.
must be insane, like
It's just feudalism at
tank
that point.
booming.
we switched back to an agriculture economy. It's much safer.
Yeah.
It's a barter system now.
The Avengers actually set the world back.
They corrected it.
Yeah. Some Thanos shit right there.
Thanos was actually against late stage capitalism.
Yeah, One snap all that student college debt obliterated.
Mortgage crisis gone.
Yeah, housing crisis
Housing
gone.
crisis gone. Ample houses.
I do like how though when Norman is like, he's like, I went back to my house. Other people were living there. Like they incorporated like. I like that kind of element, which was cool. So it like I think they tied in like the blip stuff with also because he's from a different universe. So I think like that was a nice little. I don't know if it was like fully intentional, but that's how I kind of interpreted it in that way.
Right.
Okay,
right.
hold on. So we're just gonna go into spoilers at this point.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
So if you stop listening here, everybody gives this a 10 out of 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 10 out of 10 from us non-spoilers if you stopped right here. We're going to do spoilers now. And if you haven't seen it yet, come back.
Before we get into that, I just want to say that chat is going off right now.
What are they saying?
Well,
What is Liz saying?
What is Mrs.
there
Navarano
is
saying?
someone in the chat. Mike said, "I can't watch spoilers, so now would probably be the time to leave." But Liz
That's
That's
said,
what I just said. So
yeah, Liz said that you can hear them talking about it on the. I think she's talking about the Statue of Liberty thing on the News Daily Bugle at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of
Which
in the background.
also, I feel like that it would have been really cool if they incorporated that into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, why didn't they do that?
That would have been a nice time to do it.
Yeah, that
They
would have
didn't
been a
think
good
to
time.
do it then. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think they put a lot of thought into Falcon.
Well, like I said, it
Yeah.
is
they got
being-
5 episodes in and we're like, now what?
It is being talked about in Hawkeye. They are mentioning it, and I'm not sure
Yeah,
if it's going
because
to
they're
come up.
plugging all of the other side shit they had to do. Like,
Oh, A-Train said, "Sorry, y'all, this just wasn't it. The fan service took over too much of the plot."
Who?
A-Train.
A-Train.
A-Train,
Yeah.
not to be
Choo-chooing
confused
all the
with
way into
any other
negative
train.
Nancy City.
A-Train. Did you like any of it? Or
someone
did you hate
docks
it all?
A-Train right now. Figure out who it is. Please don't.
And someone else called the weird one retracted a bunch of messages that they put in the chat.
Wow,
And just
they were
let-
they really couldn't either
Well-
make up their mind, or they were so angry they were just like, "No, I can't say that."
Gotta get
But
this
they,
right.
but they left the important one that said, "Imagine someone recording these and making these into clips, aka you guys talking." Well, funny thing.
It's funny that we do that
Have you
ourselves.
seen our Instagram page?
Dumbass.
It's almost like we put them out ourselves.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a threat. Imagine if someone was recording these
Yeah, really.
and making clips out of them.
But
Imagine that. Yeah, tell me what that's like.
Hey, wait. Here, I'll give you a clip. Cum gutters. Go on, clip it, bitch.
But he put like a laughing, crying face, so he thinks it's funny.
It's done in earnest.
So like,
That's a
why
good-
are you
that's a
being
good
so
re-
mean to your fans?
That's a good review that I'm thinking. Dude.
What?
They love it. They were like, imagine if somebody made clips out of these. That'd be great.
They're like,
Yeah.
this
They're
shit's so
excited. They're
funny. You
excited.
gotta highlight.
Yeah,
it.
you should check out our Instagram at pressanyKey.tv and you'll see mad clips there, motherfucker.
That's what the people want.
That way you don't have to listen to
Now
2 hours
into
every week
spoilers.
of all of us.
Yeah, okay, now we're going to do spoilers. So, like, I just stuttered there. Yeah.
Spoilers.
That was a buildup.
I don't know what
Okay,
that
who wants
was.
to go
though.
first? Oh, I have more stuff. I have something to kick us off.
Don't you touch that microphone.
Let's go first. Me? Okay.
Who would like to?
Oh, I guess the mic's in front
See,
of
that's
me.
the funny thing is Mike and I haven't had a problem this whole time.
Okay, well, you guys aren't
I work
alphas like
harmony.
both of us, all right? So
I think we're both
My
secure
Mike.
in our masculinity.
Yeah, I'm out under the table.
sounds
right
like
now.
gross.
Clip it.
That was literally the last thing I was expecting you to say.
Mike comes in eels.
All right, speaking of covenant eels,
Fuck.
let's full spoiler discussion on the villains. Let's just hit them first. The guy who made this movie understands these villains better than the guy who wrote these villains back in the old movies, I would say.
Talking about Sam Raimi?
Yes.
I am.
Yes, I am.
Why weren't there 6 of them?
That's what I want to know.
I wish there was 6. Just put Vulture in there. It's easy.
Let him get out and then just like throw his ass back in jail. Like
Where's Topher Grace?
that's the
Yo,
big. That's
honestly,
Grace back.
for real. Like, okay, like I said, because by all rules and logic, he should.
'Cause he
of
knows.
this, yes, because he knows, and he died, so he should have come back. However, I tend to believe it was an executive decision to be like, we don't want to bleed that. Like I said, Sony does that thing where they pick and choose. Because remember, this is still a Sony movie, okay? It's not a Marvel movie.
Right.
Even though it exists in the MCU, they pick and choose what they want. So I'm sure they have chosen all of the good villains, and we're like, let's just leave. Like New Goblin didn't show up. He died at the end of Spider-Man 3, and knows who Spider-Man is, and Topher Grace's Venom, which by all logic of the film, he should have been there either. But I like I said, they want to get rid of all the dead weight.
yeah. I think.
I don't mind so much about them picking, but it's like, if you're going to do Sinister 6, put 6. I don't care which ones, put 6.
Right, like
Well-
you're like 5 is too close
Well,
to
yeah.
doing this.
I'll be
6, yeah.
straight up. This is kind of like the Civil War situation. This is what this movie reminds me of a lot, where the adaptations that Marvel chooses from, they borrow in name
Pat,
only.
I'm not talking about adaptations.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, Sinister 6 is a known, like, villain.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
see,
It's
like-
just like even though that technically like this is their adaptation of Sinister Six, it was never going to be exactly like Sinister Six,
also-
like Civil War, like Infinity
but
War.
like it's as easy as just throwing in one more villain. It's not like, well, because it's
they
gonna
might have talked about it.
change
There's
the
definitely a
story too
discussion.
much.
Yeah, there
Like,
definitely was a discussion, but also
how are you gonna go
has
five
to be some kind
villains?
of
They had
compromise.
the tree. The tree.
tree,
True.
yeah,
The
tree
tree.
man.
The
Hold
tree.
up
Good
now.
point.
true.
Hold
That's
up.
a very good point.
I guess
They
you
brought Groot in.
count Doctor Strange as a villain in this.
He is the Sinister Six.
Yeah, Doctor Strange kind of was.
He's
he was
an
working.
I can
He's an
guarantee it was definitely
antagonist,
discussed.
yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
And they were just screen time logistics of getting another.
Topher
actor.
Grace.
the
Topher Grace
actors.
might have also
Yeah.
just been like, I want too much money.
that's
But
a
Paul
problem.
Giamatti.
That's a problem that they
That's-
did struggle with actually. Is that Tobey Maguire wanted a bigger role,
Well, that
Yeah.
and I don't know if he got it, or maybe they gave him more scenes, more dialogue, or whatever. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, give that fucking guy another movie at this point. I want to see all of them.
That would
like,
be cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Has he been in anything else since?
Oh yeah, he's been in a lot,
I mean-
but they're all pretty.
Oh,
dog,
he was in
they're
Gatsby.
dog
He was
He was in
water.
Great Gatsby.
True. Okay.
Yeah. But no, I mean,
the last
other than that, like, I don't know
Started
anything
for it.
mainstream noteworthy that he's been in.
Well, I mean, it's hard to live up to that.
No.
He's also an
he hit
asshole.
his peak. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
He
like
was an
he
asshole
got.
and like a gambler and an alcoholic.
Well, yeah, but like I mean, you
Get
got.
out of my way!
I stand by him. They were in front of his
They-
fucking
They
Yeah,
were in
they
front
were.
of his car.
They were.
They were in front of his car. Sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches.
Are we gonna watch that clip? It is a fantastic clip.
I am looking it up right now. I just want the raw clip though. I don't want.
You don't want the TMZ logo?
yeah,
on
I don't
there?
need that.
TMZ
Like,
here.
Tobey Maguire.
That fuck
That would have been amazing if they cut to that clip. Be like, is this the Spider-Man that you guys root for?
I can't see. There are cars there. Oh yeah. Oh, he's mad. He's a mad Peter Parker.
like me on the turnpike.
Is that Kirsten Dunst with him?
Looks it.
That's Mary Jane.
You guys need to back up. I can't see the cars.
Okay, back up, guys. You can't see the car.
You guys get the fuck out of the way. I can't see. There are cars there, motherfucker.
He's right.
I'm on his side.
I'm on his
I'm on
side.
his side.
We're
Think about getting
blocking the
stuck
car.
behind a bus.
We're blocking the cars for you that one
Blocking
time.
the cars for you.
We're helping you pull out.
That should be an illegal profession.
Well, that also happened to Andrew Garfield with
Yeah.
Emma Stone. I was gonna say
Where she was taking
Harry
pictures
Potter.
of him.
Yeah.
Emma Stone was just standing in front of his car.
Andrew Garfield actually threw himself in front of a journalist car.
Threw her off a bridge.
Thought I was acting.
That's why they wrote her out of the movie.
Yeah. Is there anything else notable about the villains? Okay, so what I was saying before is like Sandman, right? I get the design that they wanted to go with like the sand thing, and it's also an easy out because you don't know what this was probably. This was probably hell to put together with like COVID schedules
true.
and everything. That's why it kind of looks like maybe in some places like Jamie Foxx wasn't on set with everybody. And
No,
it
there
looks
was a
like-
lot of like close up only Jamie Foxx shots
Yeah.
of like
And then, so the actual footage of Thomas Hayden Church and whatever the Lizard Man is, we already did this. Those are lifted right out of Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 1, and they just like
yeah.
computer
I wonder what
Composite.
their payday was like for this.
probably just come in here for
Like
6
vo-
hours
voiceover.
and voiceover.
Well, they
yeah.
also use their likeness from the previous movies too.
Yeah.
They might have that in perpetuity.
Like,
though,
I'm
'cause
gonna
of
be in it,
toys.
right, guys?
I was gonna say they could have signed. They could have signed any likeness away in that way.
Even then, why wouldn't you want to? It's like I'm gonna be in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, but you got to get
and-
paid though.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got paid fine.
obviously, yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
if-
go ahead. No, it's still on the topic. I'm a different topic.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I wonder. Like, I'm assuming there's gonna be merch from this featuring the villains.
For sure.
Would they get a payout then, like from a Sandman action figure?
Well, they
depends on what
definitely
they-
now
They
they
use-
probably
yeah.
signed their likeness in perpetuity.
It depends on what
for
they
sure.
negotiated. Yeah.
It's also a bag of sand.
Yeah.
I thought this
Get
was
some
gold
yourself.
doubloons, but it's sand.
Kinetic
goddamn
sand.
Marvel
Sand.
That'd be. A
I
cool
got
toy.
this rock.
I think
the lizard toy is just a dead lizard.
Hey,
Tail
is this thing
removed.
supposed to smell so much?
They didn't poke any holes in the plastic.
That's from the sewer. I don't know.
You were a lizard, you know, and they like
Yeah,
the sewers, you know, they stink. So
I thought the lizard was. Yeah, I could like take or leave him. I don't think he added
Yeah,
anything.
that's what I'm saying. Like they threw him in there with like no thought. They could have added another character just the same way.
Add another character or take out the lizard and just do the fearsome four.
He kind of sucked. I'm not mad at his performance, but like
He sucked.
why?
He kind of sucked. There was no point in having
There's
him.
nothing.
Dinosaur thing can talk.
Yeah, he was in.
Why didn't they give him the snout?
He was in a
That's what
cage.
upsets me is his design sucks.
Yeah, he was in the dungeon, then he was in the back of a car, and then he was in the Statue of Liberty-ish. Like that's it.
That's all you need him for.
Okay. Doc Ock, I liked his character. I like Doc Ock better as a hero than a villain.
Yeah.
I do too.
He
for
works
sure.
better.
Because that's who he is, like in his actual nature. He is a very good guy. He just got overtaken by these
His
arms.
hubris.
I thought at the end when he had the like the core reactor, I thought
Yeah.
that was super cool. When like he was like, "Oh, the power of the sun in the palm of your hand."
this
Like,
back.
I thought he was gonna turn then.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
Oh, we're gonna take this guy out.
I kept
We're
stressing out thinking he was
flip-flopping
gonna
here.
flip.
Nope.
he eats it.
Nope. now
power-
it's going back. It's
The
going
power
back.
of the sun in my stomach.
The power of the sun melting through my insides.
Tastes like shit.
It's like Taco Bell.
It's like metal and pineapple.
It burns. Now I'm not going to taste anything for a week. Damn it.
They get a close up of the skin of his roof of his mouth like flapping and shit.
Oh no!
I should have waited. Imagine making a clip of this.
Putting it on the internet.
Why would you guys let me do that? It's the freaking sun.
Why did anybody warn me? Oh my god.
Really
You're a
hot
fucking
cinnamon.
doctor. You know better.
It's not a jelly filling at all. It's battery acid. You good?
I thought Ned was great in this.
Yeah, I still can't tell how old he is.
That's okay.
Is that something like that's
Is he
plaguing
really
you?
bald? Is he bald in real life?
I get looking back on that, probably not the best way.
How old is this fucking guy? I know he's supposed to be a high schooler, but
I realize that that's not like the best way to look at that, but really, is he 47 or is he 21?
For me, he might have been like obviously, Willem Dafoe stole the whole movie, right? But I think Ned was some of the most fun to watch. Like I really just have a good time
you
hanging out.
see
with
him as a hobgoblin?
I would rather see him go down the route of magic and see what happens with that. You know, it seemed like they were implying that, right?
yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of getting at that. Where Doctor Strange acknowledged that like he made like the portals. Yeah. But I think that's the route they're gonna go down. So then they
And
won't
then
be
he even
enemies.
said
Yeah.
I think it's dumb.
Earlier, Ned was saying like, "Oh, my grandmother says there's like magic that runs in our
Yeah.
family."
Yeah.
so-
Yeah,
Which the
I-
grandmother was hysterical.
yeah.
She was great. She was really
I
funny.
hope we
Stole the
get.
show.
I hope we get the Ned the Magician movie, and it's like Doctor Strange trying to like coach him through like.
I
being
don't want
a
that.
wizard.
He's not a
And
lead
he's like, all right, we're gonna
character."
make this rabbit disappear, and he just rips the fur off it on the next. Yeah. Oh shit!
Ned's
think he's-
declassified magician guy.
I was trying to figure that joke out. I'm glad.
Sorry.
Do you think he's
Wizards
gonna
of
be?
Waverly Place.
Do you think he's gonna be in the new Doctor Strange movie?
Probably not.
I hope not.
Yeah.
It was again like I see where they're going with it, but there's no point to.
I don't want this kid.
What's gonna happen with this
I don't-
guy?
I
I
don't
hope he's in nothing else.
I don't want this kid to work the rest. Of
If I don't know how old you are, I want nothing to do with you.
If I can't put my finger on your age, I don't want you in my movies.
Well, the interesting thing is that Doctor Strange just finished 6 weeks of reshoots, and apparently it added a whole bunch more cameos. So maybe some other characters, maybe something like 3 Spider-Men, perhaps.
Let's just
Let's
pop
just-
it, pop it, and
I
just say,
hope
"Hey."
Let's just swing into this topic.
Oh no!
Oh no! Haha.
What are they gonna
Okay, yeah.
do?
So there's 3 Spider-Men in this movie, which like the worst
What?
kept secret in Hollywood. Wait, what?
I didn't see that.
I was surprised at the audience's like surprise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was nice to see.
Okay.
I wouldn't say
Alright, so-
surprise, excitement.
Quick story.
Yeah. A lot of
We're
clapping.
in the theater, and obviously this is like this is the first time I've ever seen the movies like this in a long time, like almost 2 years. You know?
In like a full theater.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, like lines out the door and
That's
everything.
true, yeah.
And so we walk in, And Joe just goes, "Is this like a big deal?" And I was like,
I didn't say that. I knew
Yes,
it was a
well-
big deal.
And-
I was downplaying the significance of the
and
entire.
So this
he
is a
says,
thing, huh?
"All this for 3 Spider-Men, huh?" Or something like. I was like, "Hey, motherfucker, what are
I
you
thought
doing?"
everyone knew.
These children
I
don't
know.
know.
I figured everyone knew.
I mean, that's a fair.
The children are more in tune with the culture than we are.
That's true. They saw it on TikTok.
Yeah. But
Speaking of which, you can follow us on TikTok and press any key.
that's true. Where you can see all the clips that we made.
Yeah, that's true. Have you been updating that?
No.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
We might though. Check it out.
Just for you.
Actually, let's ask Mike to do it.
Oh no, I don't need any more work.
No. The Mike that left the comment.
Oh,
Please, I don't want any more work.
I can't do it. Please.
I literally can't.
This internship is not paying off.
Mike hasn't seen his kids in weeks.
I don't know where they are.
My college still doesn't know where the credits are.
I'm
Okay.
looking for a part-time stream engineer job, please, please post on TikTok.
It's been 5 months of back pay. You haven't paid me yet.
It's just me stitching with other videos, like trying to press any key. That's really funny. That dance right there. We could dance too.
Hey, listen, buddy, I'm sorry your life sucks and your dog got put down. You should definitely check out our podcast. Press
You know what might make you happier?
So I'm going to go on a tangent and tell you one of my favorite stories about my old boss. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but it kind of in the same vein of what you just said. There's once I was working for the school board of ed, and I was doing like landscaping and different maintenance type stuff. But our boss was just this very gruff guy named Gary. He was a fireman, like exactly what you picture from a fireman, just like man's man kind of guy.
Gary.
But he wasn't a people person. He had to deal with a lot of people in this role. He started out just doing like more maintenance type stuff, and then when the head guy got promoted out, he became the guy and didn't know how to deal with people. So there's one time we got a tree. Somebody sent a tree to the school, and he just like didn't know what to do with the tree. So there was a spot in the back of the school where the neighbors would see like, the kids are so loud when they're out in the, playing,
Foosball.
football or something. So he's like, all right, I'm going to put this tree in the back and block out the view from their house to, I'll solve this problem.
Good thinking.
And then, days later, he gets a call from this woman, and she's very upset. She's crying, and she's like, yeah, I had a tree sent to the school, and I'm not sure, what's going on with that. He goes, oh, yeah, I had it planted in the back. And she was like, well, that was supposed to go in front for the memorial for my son. He's a student at the school who just passed away. And she's like crying, and his response is, listen, lady, I'm sorry about your son, but I got a lot of shit on my plate. And it's like, maybe they should have put somebody else on the phone with this mom.
Oh my god.
I gotta go take a cigarette union break. Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, wait. I gotta take a 5-minute break. We gotta pause this phone call.
There's a Hallmark movie in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
The kid comes back as the tree.
That's brutal. So Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Gary learns to love.
That old kid.
Gary was the 6th villain that
Yeah.
they wanted to bring in.
Grumpy Gary.
The
They
literate,
cut Gary out of the movie, though. They cut him out of the final cut.
Oh, that's the tree that gets in the.
Oh, Gary! Shout out to Gary.
Gary's
out.
tree.
Okay, yeah, but 3 Spider-Men. Everyone's excitement. I took some some videos of.
This is
the
not
That's a
weird.
felony. That's a felony.
Yeah, I know it is. And it's just a bunch of people going woo.
Just play the audio.
Yeah. I'll just to give everyone a little taste that even on fucking Sunday, because on Thursday everything that happened got it, like the Matt Murdock reveal. People were literally screaming.
I forgot about that by the end of the movie.
There's
So much
your reveal
happened.
for our audience.
That was super cool.
Yeah.
Now he takes his mask off.
It's okay.
Like that was a Sunday at 3 p.m.
A matinee.
Okay.
Warranted though.
What's that? That's that audio from Ned where he's like, find Peter.
Who does number 2 work for?
Oh, here it is.
What's the thing on his hand? Find Peter Parker.
This is the second one.
Find annoying Peter Parker.
Okay.
I wish that they brought in John Mulaney as Spider-Ham.
No.
Well, it's actually funny you say that because Tom Holland is confirmed to have a part.
Confirmed?
Yes, to be in Spider-Verse. He is going to be in it. He's not like going to be a main player, but
How
he
about
will
Andrew
cross
Garfield?
in. Well, I would like to see them too in that as well. Now,
Yeah.
I think that's Sony. Like they found what makes them special, and it's not that they just take Spider-Man villains and make movies out of them. It's just they make movies out of their multiple Spider-Men and just cross them all over. Because like
That's the only
you
thing
can
that's
do
worked
that
for them.
now. Yeah.
I want. I know we're talking. We don't want to talk about the Spider-Man, but I really want to talk about Tom Hardy.
We'll talk to him. We'll talk to him in the post-credit section.
All right, Tom. We'll talk to you later.
We'll talk to him later.
Hang on over there.
So first off, Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire's reveal is like if somebody just woke up from a nap.
Yeah. I love how Andrew Garfield comes in and he's in the full like Spider-Man outfit and everything. And
hamming it up,
Yeah, hamming it up. And then
dumpster
Tobey
diving.
Maguire has like his then Tobey Maguire just has his hands in his pockets. Like, and they even make a joke. He was like, we just found some guy who is
Dressed
named
like a
Peter
school
Parker.
pastor.
Yeah,
youth
yeah.
pastor.
He looks like a history teacher. Yeah.
He's like,
Also, like the whole dialogue where he was introduced, he was like, "You're not their friend." It's like so weird and ambiguous. What
yeah,
he was
okay,
getting at.
I was gonna
that-
ask about that.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal, man. So
You know what to do.
here's the thing. So I kind of felt like this movie separates itself from other Spider-Man movies where it's like that teenage drama where it's like they don't know how to say what they want to say, so they don't say it. It's just really weird. Yeah. This movie doesn't have that. However, when Tobey Maguire stepped out of that portal, it immediately turned into the Sam Raimi dialogue where those whole movies are Peter being too awkward to say what he wants to say. And that is the way his dialogue is written for the whole movie. But it works because that's who he was in
That's
those
who we
movies.
know.
That's the
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
the Peter Parker
So-
that he was.
Exactly.
It totally dropped the energy. Though.
Oh yeah, we just watched all three of them on 4K, and there is so many scenes where it's like the flute starts and they're looking at each other all passionately, and they start saying some cringy shit.
I forget the part where that's my problem.
Yeah,
the gun.
now he's gonna get away with my money.
So wait, hold on. So I was a little bit confused with that. Why does Tobey Maguire seem like he's in the know?
So, well,
'Cause he
because
is.
he is.
But they didn't let us know that he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. So like that, I was like, what are you talking about?
Because they've seen him on TV and shit. Like that's why he's like, wait a minute, you're not his.
You're not the right.
You're not his
okay.
friends.
Yeah, okay.
But the way they could have worded it in a way where
That
to
didn't
clue us
confuse
in.
me.
Yeah, to clue us into what the fuck he's getting at.
Tobey Maguire's performance in this movie is somewhere in between happy to be here and let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
That's exactly
very
how
I'm here for my quick paycheck and then my little 15 minutes of fame again, and then I'm gone.
It's literally like they filmed him on a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Just in
pretty
one, and
much.
like at the end of it, like he's like, oh, I need another coffee. I gotta
So-
go home.
That scene
Those-
where he's stretching was just him on set.
Those
Like, what are his last words too? And I can't remember, honestly.
no, I
Like,
think,
oh, I'm
I
in
think it was
pain.
like
I'm in
later.
pain.
Yeah, I'm in pain.
I'm in pain. And then they waved, and then
those jokes about his back are real life callbacks to when Jake Gyllenhaal almost replaced Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 2.
What?
Because Tobey Maguire, some people say he was faking it, others say he really had has a history of back problems, right?
From the swinging.
Yes, from the swinging. That he was trying to get more money out of Sony. And then once they gave him more money, miraculously his back was healed up. So he
I
says
went
it's
to an
complete-
acupuncturist and everything's okay.
but so they were actually going to put Jake Gyllenhaal in there.
Yes, like very close, like a
That
day
would've been
away from
interesting.
hiring him.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, they'd have to fucking put another guy in this
How
movie.
old would he have been at that point?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could have been young.
Yeah. He'd been young. Young meat.
What was Tobey Maguire, like early 30s?
He was
No,
late
he was
20s.
26
Yeah.
when he got
Oh, okay.
cast as Spider-Man.
Right.
What year is the first Spider-Man?
2002.
2000.
It's
Or I
20
guess this-
years. He's 46.
Yeah.
When was the second Spider-Man?
2004.
2004. Okay.
I thought it was weird too that they played into Andrew Garfield's like being an old Spider-Man, like both of them being old Spider-Men. Like he was like, oh yeah, I got back problems too. I got that.
I
with this.
thought like Andrew Garfield was like the Spider-Man who's like, oh, I'm in my 30s, and let me tell you something, life doesn't get started till you hit your 30s.
Yeah,
like,
that's like
that's
I
who
didn't
he
I
was.
didn't need him as like the you slipped disc, you too. Like
Yeah. I love how, first of all, I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Like, I've long said that in the suit, like in the costume, like in the moment, I think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, as far as his mannerisms and like actual delivery are concerned, he's the best on-screen Spider-Man.
I'll give you that.
Hysterical.
And he was fucking awesome in this one.
He was absolutely hysterical. His introduction scene, it was nonstop actually really good jokes.
I love
like when she's throwing the bread, it was like well, you have the thing. It was just like, not for bread. Will you stop throwing bread?
Yeah, like the
tingle.
Yeah, the tingle. Yeah, I got
I
the
got
tingle.
the tingle,
Yeah.
just not for bread.
And then when he just he's just hanging on the ceiling.
great.
He's like, good enough.
I know that they're making the Tom Holland Spider-Man like, super inexperienced. Like, like that's the whole thing. It's not like he doesn't get hit and recover. He gets hit and gets thrown.
Yeah.
But totally agree with you. I think Andrew Garfield was the perfect, like, kind of nervous, kind of quirky, kind of weird, but still had like that like level of gravitas that kind of made him the hero in that way. Like a lot of these Spider-Man movies, you feel like it's like fuck when you come out of it. It's like you just barely survived, Tom. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gets hit by a train.
Yeah.
The fuck?
A fake train, though.
In
Oh,
the
no,
se-
it
in
was
the
a
sec-
real
yeah,
train.
in the
It was a
second
real
one.
train, yes, it was.
It was
only
A
seen-
train from the chat.
Coming in hot.
Coming in
in
hot.
drop.
Clip this. Anyway, so Andrew Garfield, like I said, awesome. He was awesome in this movie. I would like to see an Amazing Spider-Man 3 now. If
Think they
Andrew
would go
Garfield-
back and do
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, like I said, I think Sony's strong suit
Yeah.
is using their multiple Spider-Men. They should just make multiple Spider-Man movies at this point.
So we can talk about the redemption of him, and that makes a possibility of like that brings him back from the bitterness to then do a Amazing Spider-Man 3.
yes,
That could totally work.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about his redemption?
I mean, I guess what's there to
The
say?
biggest payoff for the
That was
entire
the
movie.
biggest.
For me,
Yeah,
I
it
was like, oh my
perfect.
god.
So MJ's falling, and Tom Holland goes to drop down and catch her, and then he gets smacked by the Green Goblin. So we're like, oh fuck, now we're getting this again. Then we got good old Mr.
Somebody
Garfield.
speculated that on Twitter.
I saw- yeah, you
when-
sent that to
when
me.
the fucking trailer dropped, and I was literally like, come on.
I
You
thought
really
that
think
was a
they-
reach
I
when
thought
I-
that
yeah.
was and then when I
No
saw,
pun
I was like,
intended.
they're real. I was like, they read that tweet and they're putting this in right now.
Pull it back. That's
they
better.
were like,
That's
oh
better.
shit, that's good. That's good.
They're like, we killed her.
Yeah, they had Zendaya dying.
well, you know,
Really
it's
sad.
it's a staple of the MCU to have their heroes learn, because like if you watch Iron Man 1 to Endgame, every fight that he has where he loses, he makes his armor stronger against something like that. Where in like Spider-Man's case with Andrew Garfield, the whole webbing them while they're falling creates too much,
Tension.
yeah, and it broke her neck. I mean, also she slammed her head on the ground too.
It just cracked her.
Yeah.
Might have fixed her back
Good
though.
lord! I knew she died. I've never seen it. That
Oh,
sounds
you've never
violent.
seen
no, it
that
is-
sounds violent.
It-
oh my
it's
god!
the whole like concept of like where it's like if Superman flew down to save you,
It would-
flying like it would just be getting hit by like steel beams and you
Yeah,
just like
yeah, yeah.
explode.
so it actually does real.
It
never
takes-
seen this?
it
No, I've
takes
never seen this
physics
before.
into consideration. It's brutal though.
I've
Can-
never
can we
seen
show
this
this?
movie, but I've seen this clip.
I don't know if we can show the.
No, we
show
probably
the
can't
clip?
show it.
All right, I'll just turn it.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
I just
So
turned the
then,
audio
yeah,
up.
Oh no!
Remember, he's like holding the clock together at this point.
yeah,
and it all
he's
breaks
holding
apart.
literally everything
That's
together.
Green Goblin.
We don't talk about that Green Goblin.
I was about to say more like steampunk goblin.
That's Gobby Cock Gobbles.
Cock gobbles.
Kind of hard to believe they actually did this too.
Well, this is the reason why
Killed Emma
Gwen.
Stone.
This is why Gwen Stacy exists, to
Yeah,
be
to
killed.
die.
Like they wrote her to be
Okay.
killed back in the day.
Oh, I love the discussion
Oh, I
about
like
the web
that-
thingies.
okay, yes.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
like
like a
so you
hand.
just make fluid.
That's just cool though. It looks like a hand.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, it's all right.
You know.
Should you not have the volume on?
I don't know. We're okay. It's very low as long as we continue to talk over.
Yeah,
so then
yeah.
we grab. and
Okay,
then-
all right. Oh,
But-
fuck!
okay,
it happened
okay.
so
But here-
abruptly.
okay, but here,
So
we'll-
she does. She does
Alright,
like
I'm
smack
gonna
her
put the
head.
volume up just for this take.
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, okay.
Oh
it's they
hear
just,
it.
they just
None
threw a
of you guys have
stake
seen
on the
that?
ground. I have, yeah.
I've seen
I've
a
seen
clip.
it before.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is like your first like true introduction to Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I have
He's
to go back and
awesome.
watch
He's
that guy,
good.
too.
He's
Yeah,
good.
He was great.
He was really
okay,
good.
so objectively, the second one is a worse movie than the first one, but I actually prefer the second one to the first one,
Yeah.
just based on the suit.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Executive
he's that.
All right, carry on.
You're just like I'm in a different headspace after seeing that.
I loved all the dialogue about him feeling lame, and then Tobey Maguire upon me. It was like, "You're amazing."
Calling
was-
him amazing. Yeah.
That was. I really enjoyed that.
But yeah,
You're
it was also just
amazing.
because it was because everyone looked at his Spider-Man as just like, really another one of these
You're
fucking
an
things. Yeah, it's
amazing
like you're an
Spider-Man.
amazing Spider-Man.
But the
I remember
fact,
some
like,
people at the time were like, he's definitely better than Tobey Maguire, and everybody knows that's not true. However, in this one, he's the one I would like to see the most return.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
he was great.
I straight up would love an Amazing Spider-Man 3, like post all of this.
Tobey Maguire is the
That would be terrible
the
to
old
have him.
jaded Spider-Man.
He's-
Like the Ben Affleck Batman.
That's a great
Sony
point.
is in a situation with their main IP that they wish they could be in at DC with their main IP. They were like, we want a young Batman, we want a grizzled Batman, we want an inexperienced Batman. You got all three
How do we
as
get
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Beyond.
Oh, you mean Spider-Man 2099?
Sure.
Batman Beyond.
No, I'm saying, but
Yeah,
like
he's
a
how do we get
Spider-Man
that
take.
version?
Yeah. No, there's a version of that. It's his name is Miguel something though. Oscar Isaac plays him.
Making this up.
No, it's true. Oscar.
I'll believe that.
Did you see, you didn't see the trailer for the new. It's the new
Oscar
Spider-Verse.
Isaac plays him.
Spider-Verse.
Okay.
He's back.
He's back,
I
baby.
didn't even know there was a new Spider-Verse trailer.
Yeah, there is.
When did that come out?
Couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
I forget why we didn't pull it up on the show.
I really don't know why. Because you don't like doing trailer reacts anymore.
Well, it wasn't. No, not pulling it up on the show. Like us not
To
talking
talk about it,
I
right.
forgot why. Either way, though, that's a good ass Spider-Man movie too.
That really is, yeah.
So now that I guess we're on the topic of Spider-Verse in general, right? I like this is the way I figured the MCU would do Spider-Verse. You know what I mean? Where it's not really like this event with multiple Spider-Man from like across different dimensions and all these like time and over like months like you did in the comics. It's like we're gonna do this for 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, 'cause
You know what I
they
mean?
also did like with the like the animated version, kind of did that. Like when you pull in like all of the variations.
Well,
of
yes,
everybody.
Mike. Those episodes were only allowed to be 20 minutes. So
Ad affiliate time.
I know. I'm talking
Spider-Verse?
about Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, that's
yes, yes.
But yeah, it's like I feel like they didn't need to like take like you said like every iteration over like a weird kind of time and shit.
Yo, the part where okay, first of all, do you guys think they did the meme?
They softly did the meme.
Yes,
They
because
did it as a
softly
frame
did it,
still
yeah.
shot.
yes,
Yeah.
because Spider-Verse actually did the meme at the end credits.
Oh, yeah.
All
Post-credits,
three of
yeah.
them. Yes, actually did all. Like, so I don't think they do that twice in a row, but I would agree as well. They softly did the meme. They didn't do the.
There are screen.
While
no, there's
they were
there's some
arguing
screen.
while they were arguing with one another, after when they had to regroup after fighting the Sinister Six,
yeah, about working
when
on the
there was
team.
like, who's number 3, who's number 2, and all that, there was a shot of them like pointing at each other like this.
I'll see if I can find it.
And then when they all fucking run and jump and swing together and
was
they
magic.
off one another.
that
Yeah,
was so
that was
fucking
awesome.
cool. The part where Tom Holland like spins in the air and the other two web zip off him, like I was just like,
That was so
this is
fucking
fucking
cool.
unbelievable right now.
I also did really like the fact that they brought up that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield have never worked as a part of a team, and so it made things really sloppy, which actually then gave more credit to Tom Holland being the leader of them, not just because it's his universe, but because he's like, all right, I've actually been a part of a team, let me take the lead on
That's
it.
a cool take.
I
Yeah.
love how much care and thought goes into this because like you said, like they have all the character I guess you could say motivations from the original films, but also like, so did you guys know that when Spider-Man 4 originally got canceled, right? Like the Sam Raimi one, the reason it got canceled is because Raimi wanted Vulture and the studio wanted the Lizard. So if you notice, the first villain that Raimi's Spider-Man is up against is the Lizard. It's like, that's the type of shit that like, only people who are really far down the rabbit hole
That's
would
cool.
know. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And these are the people who are at the helm. So that whole scene, it was like I said, you guys remember that stupid joke I made about how like if I saw this without knowing the Spider-Man were in the movie, I would literally just scream the entire
I'd love
like
to see that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like just
There would be no podcast. We'd still be processing.
yeah, like
Sitting in a dark room.
oh my god, holy shit! Did you guys see? Did you see? Like
And it's just Patton like just rocking.
The next day, he's in a white room, a white padded room.
I gotta see it again. That wasn't
There
real.
were 3. They had 3. They're all with 3. Were the 3.
He's writing 3 all over the walls.
prime number 3. But either way, it was one of those moments where it was like, this is sensory overload. Like my brain cannot process what my eyes are seeing right now. Like you're just so caught up in it.
Oh, and also I was looking for the shot when they were like all fighting each other. I was looking for the shot of Lizard where he does
I
get
did the
kicked,
exact
like what they
same
took
thing.
out in the trailer. I caught it.
I like
caught
how
it.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is subtly the guy in his 40s because he moves just a little bit slower than everybody else.
Yes.
And he also like when
He did the cannonball when they went into the fight.
okay, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is that
backflips.
he
He was
the
like, I'm
other
gonna-
ones
I'm gonna
one
ease in. I'm taking the
flipped
stairs.
one flipped into the air and kicked someone in the face,
Yeah.
and Tom Holland is like doing a barrel roll
Yeah.
through the air, and Tobey Maguire's just leaping through the sky like Geronimo.
I mean,
See
like
you down
also,
there.
also,
Can opener.
also, arguably, he's like, I used to do all that spin
Can
shit.
opener.
Didn't change anything. Still
Yeah.
beat the people the same.
yeah. I
He's
used
an
to do all the
efficient 40-year-old
It
Spider-Man.
was just like we only have a limited amount of energy. Let's burn it properly.
We're doing
Hey,
yoga
listen,
after
I'm-
this. Okay?
Listen, I'm the only one here who's taking testosterone supplements. All right, maybe you guys should slow it down.
Although one thing, it was funny to see like Tobey Maguire in the suit. Like you could see he's older. He's lost like some muscle mass, which like it made a lot more sense.
goosed him.
Like like you see like his shoulder blades popping out, which
would
then
like
it
to
was
clarify.
just well, no, then it was like it then made more sense why to put him in street clothes when they first introduced him. It was like don't make people look at him in the suit for too
could-
long.
yeah.
It
Listen,
would have
I
been
mean-
cool if he was like.
I'd
alt-right
like
now,
to
too.
clarify-
And they're just like, so like, something's gonna happen. You're gonna see.
Walks in with the MAGA hat.
Change, all right? People change.
Although he walks in with a MAGA hat. Is that what he?
You were at the insurrection. You'll understand.
He's like, look, a
Give it
lot of
5
shit
years.
happened.
How do we send this guy back? But
Spider-Man can't go to the Capitol.
He's like,
Spider-Man can't have fun.
I made a
huh?
certain amount of
Not
income.
Patriots now, huh?
I realized taxation works in a certain effect, and I'm a Republican.
my whole thing was that
I work
like
for Oscorp.
yes,
Moved to Connecticut.
Tobey Maguire does not look great in the suit. However, even when he was in his 20s and they put that suit on him, even though he did work out and like he wasn't ripped like Hollywood ripped now.
No one is
He
now,
had
yeah.
padding in that suit to fill it out and
In the
make
crotch.
Yes.
They goosed him.
And that's what they did in this movie. They just put the same fucking padding on him, but he's not muscular underneath. So it's not like he's like there's that fine definition anymore.
There was
He had
also
the
no-
musician arms. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
There was also
that's what he had.
no shot of him like lower than this when he's in the suit, so you don't see whatever gut he had.
Well, no, I did
No,
know there
I-
was a shot. He had abs.
He has-
padded-
I mean,
padded
when he-
abs.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's
I'm talking about for
okay.
practically.
This might sound
like,
weird,
not-
He did that in
but
the
I
Spider-Verse
did
too,
look.
yeah.
I did look him up, and he's a pretty slender fellow.
Did you looked up naked.
Tobey Maguire.
Can we go through past history?
He warned
That's
us.
why when we were at the desk, he was like, "Don't look at my history."
What does Tobey Maguire look like naked?
Tobey Maguire nudes.
But I mean, we
Dot
mentioned
com.
before. We mentioned before. In that same vein, Willem Dafoe still looks the same.
He looks great.
Essentially. Sorry, guys. And
It's been away for a while.
yeah, it's incredible how they were able to retain everyone's original looks. Like they're actually taken from that original timeline.
The de-aging.
There's
Willem
de-aging
Dafoe
in this
also is
movie.
just like he's a very
On
unique
Willem
person.
Dafoe, or no?
He looked that
Alfred
way
Molina.
probably 20
Yes.
years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He just looks weird.
Like I was gonna say, Alfred Molina had a lot of de-aging.
They smoothed
did,
him
but
out
he
quite a
he
bit.
looks, but also like
He got
I don't
face-tuned.
even think about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Not like when they did Peter Cushing in
okay,
in
that's
Star
bringing
Wars.
someone back from the dead. This is a little different than just smoothing out.
That's the
cheeks.
ultimate de-aging.
Immortality, Nick. We're talking about playing God and just
a Botox here.
How about Robert De Niro in The Irishman?
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Put
That's the
Vaseline
standard
on
for
the-
bad.
Okay. yeah.
We don't go beyond that.
That's interesting.
But like I was saying though, unlike the Irishman, Willem Dafoe or his stunt double looked good doing all the physical scenes. Like actually, like when he was throwing him through like the floor, I was like, "Fuck!"
It's
that
usually
looks
all
brutal.
like the
That looks brutal.
It's because
Goblin juice.
goblin juice. He's not wrong.
It's not. That's what it is.
That's the
Have you
simplest.
not seen the
That's the
It's been a
simplest-
while.
It's goblin
Yeah.
drill. It's goblin
simplest,
juice.
quickest way.
And like I feel like this movie really solidified it, where the first Spider-Man movie like played fast and loose with it, where it's like he's really insane, or like is he turning into this, or is it like a split personality thing, right? Where this movie was like, oh no, it's Goblin's actually in control all the time. He's using Norman when he needs him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like which was good because now I understand that character even more when I go back and watch the originals.
I also thought it was super cool when Tom Holland was gonna kill the Green Goblin. He was gonna fucking stab him
and like
again
what a
in the same
play.
way.
What a play on the first Spider-Man movie
Yeah.
where Goblin stabbed himself,
and then
Yep.
well, and that obviously like really affected like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
That's
when
his
he
redemption.
Got to
Yep.
like stop it. He got the redemption there. which
so
was-
satisfying.
Yeah,
Like I didn't even know Tobey Maguire needed redemption
Yeah.
for the first
Yeah.
Spider-Man
No,
movie.
but that's
Maguire
like the
just jumped
first
out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah, that, well, he because that's the thing. Like he inadvertently causes it.
Yes. Yeah. But he still blames it on himself.
He still holds it. Like that's the
Yeah.
first
he had
person he kills.
his
basically.
Peter tingle, and like that's ripped right out of the comics. He like backflips over the glider and it pins him
Yeah.
to the wall.
Does Peter recover from? Does Tobey Maguire recover from his injury at the end of the movie?
Yeah,
what?
being stabbed.
Being stabbed.
Yeah,
At the end of this movie?
he was
Yeah.
like, oh
For
yeah,
sure.
he's like, I've been stabbed a bunch of times. I think when they said that,
I really thought they were gonna kill him off. 'cause
I
that'd
thought
be-
they were too.
That'd be.
I thought they were too. Honestly. Yeah.
I was
Speaking
like,
of
no
which-
Would've been a
fucking
fine
way.
send-off, honestly.
I thought
Bye, Toby,
I thought
later.
the Aunt May scene was fucking perfect.
Yes. That was hard.
That
It
was
really
hard
good.
to
I did
watch.
tear up.
Really
I did
hard
tear
to
up.
I
watch.
did too.
Like
Yeah.
when she
It's
stood
gonna have
up and
major
she was
deaths
like, "I just
next.
had the wind knocked out of me." I was like, "No, you
Yeah.
didn't. You had
I
a
was like,
lot
no
more
way she's
knocked out of you.
walking away
There's
from
no
this.
way."
because it plays off the whole
Yo.
thing. Like
How fucking I was like, what when they show her getting not just hit, but I'm talking rammed by that glider.
Yeah.
And I thought like there was blades on the end of it.
Shoes were
I
off.
thought,
was
I
like,
thought
is
she
she-
got.
yeah,
I
I
thought
was
she
like,
got
is she gonna
skewered.
get fucking like cut in two right now? Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, in the whole like first couple of the Tom Holland Spider-Man, she's like, no, I'm supposed to be protecting you. I'm the one that's like this, and she still holds that throughout, like literally until she dies. Which I was just like, oh, she's still like being a mom. She's still like,
They also nailed the common link that they dropped the ball on with Batman and Superman. With Batman and Superman, the Martha line.
Sorry, three of us told you at this
I know. It's close enough. But Batman and Superman, they have the common link of their mom's name is Martha, and it's just the worst scene in the entire movie.
Yeah, because that was a good bit of fun trivia, and someone tried to hang a lantern on it. Like,
Right. But they
that,
essentially
that was just a coincidence.
they did the same thing in this movie, but they actually pulled it off too.
yeah, and like I think that giving Marissa Tomei the "with great power comes great responsibility" line is an awesome twist, because now it's just like she's not coddling Peter, she's actually guiding him like Uncle Ben did. You know what I mean?
It is like the torch handoff.
yeah,
kind of
pretty
thing,
much.
like-
And then she's like, "All right, well, I got this fucking my spine is shattered.
I
so
have
I'm gonna lay
internal
out."
bleeding.
Get this bit of wisdom right now.
It's
Let me
like-
get this out while I can.
It's the Martha Wayne pearls without having to do it. This, you've seen Martha Wayne's pearls drop on
ground
the hit the
5,000
ground in
times.
every single iteration. Whereas they were able to do with great power comes great responsibility without having it be the same exact.
Yeah,
feat
without
for
her
being-
holding or like being held. Like,
And I also feel like it's the biggest justification. It's not like, oh, I stopped Green Goblin on a bridge, or like, oh, I stopped Dr. Octopus from building a third sun. Like, this was like, I made the entire world forget my identity. Like, my entire personal life is gone, and everyone that I love is dead.
So I have,
like,
I have several questions about
Like-
that.
Yes.
yes. But like that's the ultimate Spider-Man move, is the guy who
Ultimate
has nothing
Spider-Man.
still finds a way to give it all. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Can I get into that?
Is there any more major deaths that we have to talk about, or was it really just Aunt May?
Mainly Aunt May. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Oh, Matt Murdock. Real quick. Shout out Matt.
He doesn't
Murdock.
die.
Anyway,
He doesn't die.
I kill him anyway.
I do love his line when he catches the brick. I'm a very good lawyer.
What were you gonna say?
A depressed Jon Favreau.
Oh,
Heartbreaking.
The hardest Jon Favreau to watch.
I heard you guys laughing at one point during a Jon Favreau. I was like, I can only imagine what somebody said.
No, it was just Jon Favreau. Where he's like, "Is there a guy made out of mud?"
There's a guy made out of
fucking
mud
great.
on my couch.
You guys like his sleep apnea machine?
Oh, that was hilarious.
yeah.
That was really funny.
There's
I
so
need
many
my
dads
8 hours.
not laughing at that scene.
See, they don't have a problem with it when he uses it. He's normalizing it.
He sleeps on the recliner too with it.
It's
Okay.
about time my community's been seen.
Holy shit.
It's gonna be in commercials now. Hey, it's me, acclaimed director and actor,
Have you,
Jon
seen, have you
Favreau.
seen
Sleep apnea is not a joke.
Wait, have you seen the William Shatner sleep apnea commercials? Because
No.
you're describing
Please
that.
no.
Pull it up.
It's exactly that.
I haven't seen that.
While you're pulling that up, Ian Capinos in chat said in all caps, "This is the best podcast ever."
Woo! There you go.
Ian,
Sound that.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, Ian.
We love Ian.
That's high praise.
What
You
is
do
he?
an oh shit drop?
What's William Shatner selling?
A
sleep
sleep
apnea.
apnea
Oh,
machine. It's
Adult
one of those where
diapers.
it's like they just take
infomercial.
advantage of like an older celebrity to sell
Yes.
old people like shit.
Yeah.
Dude, William Shatner's in his 90s.
That old?
Yeah. They sent him into space.
Yeah.
It won't let me.
Ad block. See,
Ad
I
block.
love ad blocks, but that's
He was in
also
the
problem
Twilight
with
Zone.
ad
All right.
blocks.
It's
Hold
real.
on.
It's so you don't have to watch it. It's just funny that
All
Joe
right.
invented this on
So-
his own.
Let's talk about some big plot revelations. Let's get into that, huh, Burke? That's what you want. That's
Yeah.
you like a little abuse, huh?
you like a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I have several. So at the end of the movie, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, says, "Make them forget everybody, or make everybody in every universe forget me." What?
Sorry, it was a bad joke. I just saw a light lighting up inside of Pat's jacket. I was like, what the? And I forgot.
So is it just Tom Holland Spider-Man that they're forgetting?
Yes.
Okay. But how does that work if everybody knows Peter Parker still coming in?
That's the thing I was trying to, like, do they forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? Or if you knew that he was Spider-Man, you forget
No,
everything
if
you ever knew
knew
about
Peter
him?
Parker at all, your memory is gone.
Well, that's what
of
he
him.
did at the end of it. So
Yes.
that applies to every Peter Parker.
No, his Peter Parker, because they made the spell in his dimension.
But it's anybody in any infinite dimension who knows Peter
Yeah,
Parker is
that was,
Spider-Man.
that was the reason it saved the day, was because all the other people from there was like, they're coming.
Right. But it would stand.
Who was coming?
It's
Everybody
ju-
that knew
it's
Peter
just
Parker.
literally
I
an,
saw Rhino.
I did see Rhino.
an infinite amount of all of those
Let's
villains
talk.
was
Yeah.
coming.
So Rhino was there, Black Cat was there, Scorpion was there, Kraven was seen, and other non-confirmed. But those are the 4 most talked about right now.
Was the other Venom, what's his name, Topher Grace, was he there?
No, he was not.
That would be great.
Yeah, they're like everyone but this guy.
So, but in the instance where it's like it couldn't have just been Tom Holland Spider-Man as Peter Parker being forgotten, because then the whole beginning of that other movie or
Right.
of the movie wouldn't have applied. Like these people wouldn't be coming because they know Peter Parker is Spider-Man and they're coming to
Right.
a different thing. He fucked it over for every other Spider-Man. Like every other Spider-Man now probably should not know anybody knows he's Peter Parker.
Fair.
Right? He did not just have this implication for himself.
I thought it was just for himself. I thought it was
but
just
that-
in his universe.
It
However,
wouldn't-
and then all the other Spider-Men that are going back to their universes then forget about him. They remember the other ones, but they forget
would
about
forget
him.
about him, but it wouldn't make sense. Like the whole premise of how the movie and how all the villains are there would be invalidated if it was only.
There's a lot
him.
going on in the other universes.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe has a second shot at life now.
That's
You know?
true.
Think about
That's
that.
very true.
Secondly, can't he just go like they remember Spider-Man? They know who Spider-Man is, so can't he just go to Can't he just go to Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange is like, oh hey Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
But like
You remember the events of that time that we saved the world from Thanos? That was me.
Yeah. No. He knows that. He knows that Spider-Man fought Thanos.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
He doesn't know who
fought
Spider-
Thanos.
yeah.
So like he's not like also.
But
What,
what is it-
does
what
he
does
not
that
have a
mean?
social security number anymore?
What does that mean?
I thought about that too.
He
How
does
did he
have
get
a
that?
GED, as we learned. So
well, he was getting it.
he's,
did he
he's
get
not
that
going to college
apartment?
anymore. He's not going to college.
What
anymore,
about the
so he's-
relationship with
team?
his friend, like with Ned and MJ and Happy? It's like the people who he knew as Peter Parker, all the stuff is that just gone from it?
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah.
that's
so
gone from their memory.
Like Peter Parker is
doesn't
non-exist.
exist. He's a fucking ghost.
Which is why, like, when Jon Favreau was like, "How did you know her?"
Right.
He couldn't be like, "I'm her nephew." Like that character does not exist.
I really thought it was going to be anybody who knew that he was Spider-Man would forget that.
Well,
But it's
that
like-
was supposed to be the
initially.
original spell. That was the original spell they were going to try and cast, was that he was hoping that everybody who knew he was Spider-Man would forget he was Spider-Man.
Right.
But they would still know who Peter Parker was. He would still be their friend, but they just don't know he's Spider-Man. That was the original one.
But then like that wouldn't work later
Yeah.
on, like how everything plays out.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So sick.
But I'm just like, the world knows Spider-Man still. Like, that man is living in a shit apartment now. Can't he just like walk up to like anybody on the like Avengers board of directors and be like,
Yeah, that was me.
I don't want to live in, a slum.
Yeah,
can I
I'm
please-
Spider-Man. Here, mask off. All that is cool.
Take
Let
a
me
look.
just, yeah.
I'm
this
Peter
is
Parker.
me.
Now I'm Spider-Man. Now we're up to speed.
Now
But-
can I get that couch, please?
Let's talk about this long term though, gents. I think that although I think that if they turned around and they resurrected Iron Man and Black Widow and like they reunited the Avengers for an Avengers 5 in like 5 years, right?
No.
Even though if they did that, that would be cool. That would invalidate everything that happened in Avengers Endgame. It just wouldn't hit as hard because you know what would be coming, right? This is the movie where the implications are insane. Like the ending totally changes Spider-Man. He's not connected to Stark anymore. He's not connected to anybody. So it could be that, he tries the next, the college trilogy, we'll say, is him trying to reconnect with his, with MJ and Ned and everything. Or they could just throw that all from the wayside and just start with like he's kind of rebuilt his life and he's on like professional terms with the Avengers, not like, he was basically adopted by Tony. But also, let's think of the multiverse possibilities here, or like the time traveling. Like all they got to do is be like, all right, we're doing some more crazy shit.
Well, then
You know what I mean? Like,
forget Spider-Man, not just Peter Parker.
Right, I agree. I think that this is a good opportunity, though, for them to wipe the slate clean and turn Spider-Man into your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's got this. He no longer has the Stark tech suit. He's got the. He's made himself a
but
like
how does that
humble
work with
tech-
the eyes?
You
Like,
just-
you guys
just-
remember?
yeah, just let
like
it-
the reason that he gave him the lenses was because he said like my senses are dialed up to 11, so I can't really focus. So that was the whole thing about giving it with the lenses.
Also take into
And, like,
consideration,
that's also-
it's been X amount of years.
I-
He's done
okay.
a lot of tech. He can probably make
I
something
get
like that.
I would say they should just give him like the ability to make his own lenses in
Right.
the next movie.
He still remembers everything. He could do the Stark tech thing.
Okay. So even then, like, because I feel like that's also become a real big part of his design and
Yes.
being expressive and
Yeah.
like how to talk
I'd like
to
to
people.
rewatch that clip at the end where he's in the new suit and see what the eye. I don't remember what the eyes look like.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
supposed to be. It has like when it gets really close to the camera, it has that like comic book panel dot like thing on it.
The
So it
halftone,
it
like,
looks right out of the comic book from back in the day.
It was really shiny too. Did you
Yeah,
guys
it
It
notice?
was.
really
It
shiny.
was.
It's
I
like-
love that blue.
Like Party City material.
Yeah.
That was like
you
this
know
metallic
exactly
blue.
what
It's
that
made out of
felt
patch
like.
straps.
Yes,
Like,
yeah,
It
like
was
the
a
slippery.
little stretchy. Yeah.
little rubbery.
Oh, man.
Spider-Man made his pants out of my drywall.
No, that material from your jacket.
No, he wouldn't make
this?
it that flammable.
That's not breathable.
But no, I think it's a good moment because that's always been the problem for me with this Spider-Man is like he is great as a low stakes like stopping bank robbers kind of villain. And
I don't
everything,
think so.
After fighting like aliens that had held the balance of the universe in their hands, it's hard to put him as low stakes again or dealing with regular problems.
But I feel like interdimensional travel's pretty high stake too.
yeah, how is he going to be your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man like going to
Well,
college
okay.
when he's dealing with
So-
that
Your
shit?
friendly neighborhoods, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So actually in the moving forward to like looking to the future of everything that this franchise is going to do, the post-credit scenes actually. So let's talk about the number one, and I am so fucking happy that the post-credit scene from the end of Venom is him transporting to the MCU, which was done by Doctor Strange. And then the end credits to this one is him being there and immediately going back, and I couldn't be any fucking happier.
We're not getting Tom Holland in the MCU. Not Tom Holland. Tom Hardy in
Make
the
it
MCU.
Andrew Garfield.
as
like the Sony Venomverse,
That's
like
cool.
Spider-Man.
Also,
you
yeah.
know?
So what
Actually,
happened?
that goes in with Mike was saying. I approve of that. Put your two shooty properties together.
You heard it here. Nick approves.
Yeah.
It'll be like everyone wanted Tom Holland, but I guess we'll settle for
No, but
Peter 3.
They left the little droplet of symbiote, so it's like, okay, it's going to infect.
Well,
if that's how
okay,
you want to bring the
so
symbiote in, fine.
That's the speculation here, is that so this Spider-Man movie specifically has a lot of inspiration from a bunch of different comic lines, right? Obviously, number one being Spider-Verse, and number two being a line known as One More Day. Is anybody here familiar with it at all?
Vaguely.
Okay, so it was the guy who drew it and the author who wrote it. I can't remember their names right now. They both hated doing it while they were doing it. Marvel begged them to do it, pretty much forced them to do it. And it's a Spider-Man story where Aunt May gets shot, incapacitated. Mephisto, which is the devil in MCU, offers him a deal and says, to save Aunt May, like, I can save your Aunt May. However, you have 24 hours left with Mary Jane, and your whole relationship and all the comics history that you've ever had with her from 1960 whatever to like 2000 whatever that this was run is done. Fuck you. And everybody hated it. Like, fucking... I don't think anyone's ever recommended it to me in a positive way. Like, it's like you got to see what they did, because then
let's talk about how
they
bad of a deal that is.
Yeah.
Like,
So
this woman is shot and gonna die. Aunt May's old. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, you make your peace with it. Like,
So
yeah.
So this movie though takes that concept and does a way better job of executing it just all around. You know what I mean? So looking forward though is that if they're going to keep adapting Spider-Man runs that also coincide with the Avengers, because Spider-Man's going back to the Avengers. Like, after I watched this, I was like, yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. Young
Titan
Avengers.
Was that
Yeah.
a question ever?
I was saying for a while on this podcast that after this movie they would
I think
pluck
they were gonna
him,
pull him, yeah.
pull him. But no, it would be, they are actively developing Spider-Man 4 already, like to follow up on this, not just the Craven movie.
with the $260 million that they already have in their pocket.
Exactly.
But they're looking at Secret Wars with that symbiote, because that's how he originally gets the suit. Is he goes to space, he fights a war with the Avengers, and he gets that symbiote. They might do it backwards, where he gets the suit first and then goes to space. So
He's already been to space.
all right. Well, I mean, like, I know that.
Goes back to space.
Goes back to the future.
Well, do you think there's an Eddie Brock in the cards? Like a Tom Holland.
I would have
versus
loved
Eddie
for
Brock.
Topher Grace to like get out of a trash can
No,
at the end of the
no.
movie or something. Be
We're
like, oh,
talking
what did I miss?
We're talking about Tom Holland, Marvel, MCU, Eddie Brock.
Do I think one exists?
Yeah.
Maybe. Sure. But Spider-Man gets the
Or
suit first.
does Danny Rojas become the
That's what I was
symbiote?
gonna say. I was literally gonna say that. I was waiting for like
An opening?
a second, just to be like, what if Danny Rojas is the next
That'd be cool.
guy?
I like him.
Yeah, why not?
Charismatic.
Yeah,
Danny Rojas?
from Ted Lasso. He was
All
he
his
was
life.
the guy behind at the bar.
Also the main protagonist
Mexico.
in Far Cry.
Oh, I didn't know.
Not the
that.
actor. It's just that the character's name is also Danny Rojas.
Is it really?
Yes.
It's DN or DANI.
Right. Did they explain like why the symbiote gets to stay behind? Because Venom can multidimensional jumps and bullshit, whatever.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, everything else with him goes.
Okay, because
but-
I got to be straight up. Like, obviously, I think this is amazing and perfect, and I think Kevin Feige did an awesome job. But I think this also has the Sony mark of like, we're taking a few things here, we're leaving this over there. Like,
I mean, the fact that they, it's like, okay, Sony, you'll get your, like, we put Tom Hardy, we put him in there. Let's get him right the fuck out. It's like that was the major thing that I was worried about. It's like, please don't shoehorn in this terrible character.
Maybe people will go back and buy the DVDs.
Yeah.
And I mean that was probably the whole joke they were probably getting at. It was like, oh look, he's here. Nah, psych, just kidding.
Fuck
just
you.
kidding. Yeah.
We're putting him in Morbius.
it's just, it's
like
just
the
so
idea
weird.
I
of
won't watch.
reviving.
It's
a
fucking
villain like
wild.
that.
Like,
Andrew Garfield and
Oh yeah, that yeah.
when you think of the cast for this movie, it's fucking wild that you have like a bunch of like mainstay like leading like men and women in this cast, and they're all playing supporting roles. You know what I mean? Like Jamie
Like a Wes
Foxx,
Anderson movie.
Yeah, Alfred Molina, Andrew Garfield. Not so much Tobey Maguire anymore, but he used to. I was very surprised that apparently he's like the second-rate Leo. That like that's how he was known in Hollywood. He was just always coming in second to Leonardo DiCaprio.
The Great
They,
Gatsby.
they are best friends too.
Yeah.
Was it, you're talking about Andrew Garfield, or I mean,
Tobey
Tobey Maguire. About the Pussy Posse. That was
The what?
the Pussy Posse. That was the name of their
like George Clooney-esque thing.
well, like almost like the
Rat Pack.
the Rat Pack
Oh,
or
okay.
the Brat Pack.
Rat Pack.
His thing.
Frat Pack.
Those two were the Pussy Posse back in the day.
But just two guys though?
Just the two of them.
There
They definitely call themselves.
there might have been more, but I just know it was those two.
It was actually just Tobey Maguire calling it that. Leonardo DiCaprio never said
Not
that.
cool, Brent.
Not cool. He was
Pull it
just
up.
like, no, but we're like the Pussy Posse, right?
when James Cameron was making a Spider-Man movie in the 90s, his choice to play Peter Parker was Leonardo DiCaprio. Like that was his
I thought
first
you were
go.
saying when he was making Titanic, his first choice was Tobey Maguire.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
oh my gosh.
Imagine.
As Rose too, like
as the captain who goes down with the ship.
yeah, and they screen test to
cellist.
paint me like one of your
Play 'em
French
off,
girls.
boys.
scene.
they screen
And they're like,
tested
we
that
can't
scene
do
in
this.
particular.
We
Yeah.
can't
Can't
do
paint
this.
the dick.
Yeah, sucking a dang dong.
Just a big dong. just hanging
But
down.
it's drawn like a child draws it.
The
you looking at?
unauthorized, dude. This needs to be his documentary name right here.
Oh my god.
What
is
is
that a book?
It's a real thing.
What does it say?
Leonardo DiCaprio, the unauthorized history of the Pussy Posse.
That's fucking wild.
It's like a third party.
Leonardo
like,
DiCaprio's
send
Pussy
that?
Posse. Where are they now?
I was about to say, I'm gonna need
E
to see
True
that.
Hollywood story.
True
I love like a
Hollywood.
paparazzi guy that bring it up. You're like the band's broken up. We don't talk about that.
David Blaine was a member, apparently.
Wow.
Tobey Maguire.
So anybody could have gotten this invite then.
Yeah.
I don't even
I
know,
don't know.
who this is.
Oh, he was a director.
Well, let's
A
be
really
real.
shitty director.
David Blaine would just teleport in
Kevin
and teleport
Connolly?
out.
Kevin Connolly.
This is definitively not
Don't
the
know who
Pussy
this
Posse.
is.
Like,
Kevin Spacey, what's he doing there?
oh no, I don't know who.
Lucas
this is.
Haas.
No idea.
No.
Lucas Haas.
R.D. Rob.
No.
Not a lot of A-listers on
So
here.
I'll tell you what.
No.
Wait, there's
woman.
there's
Elizabeth
affiliated
Banks.
women.
Nice. Good for her.
Is that how she used to look?
Fiona
Apple.
Fiona Apple.
So
back to
hold
Elizabeth
on,
Banks.
hold on,
Go
hold
back to
on.
Elizabeth Banks. Is that how she used to look?
That's Elizabeth Berkley.
Oh, Berkeley.
Oh,
Did I say
you said
Banks?
Yeah,
I did say
I
Banks.
was gonna say
Berkeley.
that doesn't look like her at all.
But Fiona Apple.
So I've been talking to
Sarah
you
Gilbert
guys
from,
quite a lot about
That
this.
perfectly
but
dates.
I wanna-
when this was in
Yup.
effect.
Yeah.
I want to hear from Jess. Jess, what did you think of Spider-Man: No Way Home?
The movie as a whole.
Like, give me 3 words.
Yeah, that's no
we have
more.
we have a half hour left. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go for it.
I
Go
mean,
for
I
it.
thought it was really, really great. I liked it a lot. Like, there hasn't been a movie this big in a long time, I feel. And like being able to like go back to the theater and experience that and like have everyone be like reacting like they were was really fun.
We
But-
all got COVID though, so
Yeah.
say
I mean,
that.
Worth it.
listen, it was worth it. So, but I liked it a lot. I feel like I definitely need to see it again. Like just to look at things and again.
Who? Who do you want to look at again?
No, just because there was a lot going on. But I am kind of confused about how they're going to take this now, because it kind of seems like he's not really trying to reconnect with MJ and Ned. 'Cause
he saw the
given it
Band-Aid.
time. Yeah,
Right,
he's
like-
given it time.
like he went to the donut shop and was like, you know what, I'm not gonna mess this up.
yeah.
So he's like taking himself out of that
He
equation.
didn't leave a tip though.
I'm
That
assuming
would have
that's
definitely helped.
He bought
really
a
true,
coffee.
yeah.
He doesn't need to live in tip.
I'm assuming that's like him
He has no
seeing
money
that
now.
they were able to get into MIT
Yeah.
without him in their lives, so
Right.
maybe it's better
was
off.
the
that's
He's like,
like-
I'm going to give
that's-
this some time.
That's like
Going to county.
his moment of finally like being a mature adult, because he's really been fucking up this whole time.
It's like I said before we went to see the movie. This movie starts him off as Spider Kid, like the other
Yeah.
2 movies, but then at the end, he's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There is something else that I wanted to bring up because I don't know if you guys are thinking about this, but like I still don't know why Doctor Strange did this spell to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, why did he agree to do
He's
it?
a
Right,
prick.
exactly.
Like, that's literally
Twist his
it.
arm at all. Too.
Yeah.
no,
Someone
'cause-
just said, like, what about this spell? Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Yeah, but he
Right.
even said, he's like, don't you think the kid's been through enough? Like, so it
I
made
felt
sense.
it was more like what's the other guy? Wong? Is it Wong?
Yeah.
Wong. I think it was more like now he's Sorcerer Supreme.
So it was like an
And-
F you to him.
And Wong was like, yeah, don't interfere, don't.
Yeah.
And like he was like, oh, you know what? Now since you're leaving, I'll do this. You know, it was like his kind of
But I don't know,
cockiness.
it's like
Yeah.
Or the blame
it
on
would seem
him.
like out of character for him.
No,
He's
he,
always
in,
kinda
in
been a
all of his
prick.
movies, he's been an asshole.
Also, he didn't have the foresight to see what would happen.
I don't
Yeah,
like
right?
that.
I've heard that too, though.
So
Like that it's out of character for Doctor Strange, but I just don't think
I don't like.
I bought it.
They kind of like they walk
buy
the
what
they
you're
walk the
selling.
they walk the
I'll pick
line
it
with
up.
Doctor Strange. They have him be like this little like cocky like his old surgeon kind of way, and then you have him in like all of like the Avengers like endings and everything Endgame where he's like I looked at like infinite amount of 17 billion universes and there's only one where like being that level of like power and thought and foresight like it's so black and white with him for me that I'm just like I'd like you to pick a side. And
Well, it
then
He
depends
was
on the
just a device
stakes.
in this movie too.
he was
Yeah.
purely a device in this
Who
movie.
was? I'm sorry, I left the conversation for you.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Holy
I'm back.
shit.
Have some respect.
That was just thinking about Spider-Man.
I was
Burke,
thinking
are you
about-
done
I'm not
moving your
paying
lips?
attention at all. Are you
There's something
done?
coming out
But
of
that's a
your
cool
face.
point you're making. Where were we?
But like
So
also
Doctor Strange.
to go off of that, like when I first saw the trailer and I saw that like he was like, okay, I'll just do it, whatever. Like the whole time I was thinking, like I didn't think that it was in character for him, so I thought there was something like weird going on with
Mephisto?
his character
Say Mephisto,
specifically.
Jess.
No, that's
Make my
that's
night.
not what I was getting at.
Make my night.
But like, and I was talking to one of my friends about it. Shout out D. Her theory, which I thought was very interesting, was
No, I'm really interested.
We're ready.
Everybody's like,
I'm ready.
like, D. Anyway, so she had a really interesting theory. Like, so just going off the heels of WandaVision, like that just ended, and then so she was like, oh, imagine what if like Doctor Strange was actually Wanda the whole time and was like shapeshifted so she could like have control and like try to get her kids back or something. And I was like, oh,
That's
Well, that might
kind of
bring us
I
to
think-
the second.
If there was a line being like, "Do you see any
scene.
kids in that universe?" Let me know. Then I'd agree with her.
See any free kids laying around? You know?
She's like, wait, I'm having a vision of children in this version.
Any kid whatsoever, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
There's none in New York City.
You got kids in there. What's up?
That's interesting, though. I like where her head's at.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
like
I like the tinfoil hat.
Does D write fan fiction?
No.
She should.
Okay, D.
But it goes to show how selfish Wanda is, too.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
I want
well,
my time
yeah,
back from that
we
series.
we learned that from the show. I know. I just
now
thought,
who's self?
I thought that like WandaVision was such an important show that it would like immediately be like
incorporated into.
yes into like the movies. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So but now it kind of seems like they're gonna do it in the Doctor Strange too because she was in that trailer.
I did not like that.
Did not like
The
what?
trailer?
I can't tell you why. I just did not like that.
Because there was no action. Nothing.
Sure.
Not like there was no like. I was like, ooh, space. Okay.
There was
it looks-
nothing that
looks like the
made me
Twilight
tingle.
Zone.
It's like I would have seen that on
No
the
pat
internet
tingle.
anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also,
Like-
you feel like you get robbed. You're like, oh, a post credit. Never mind, it's a trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
And they haven't done
you,
that.
You could have just dropped this on YouTube. It would've
They
been
also
fine.
haven't done that since Avengers. I mean, since Captain America 1.
Yeah.
Where they.
Oh,
go ahead.
No, I also out of principle I didn't stay for the second trailer or the second
principle?
out of principle for the second post credits.
You get me
It's
for
like,
one.
You got me for one, and that's it. I don't give a fuck about the rest. I'm leaving, and I gotta pee.
You just
That's
had to
fair.
be.
And
I
that's
just,
that.
and that's that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fuck
especially
Doctor
since
Strange.
like I woke up on the morning of release of the movie and it said Doctor Strange 2 trailer leak. I was like, okay, cool. It's a trailer. I'll watch this. So I watched it, and then
Watched it again a
I
couple hours
watched it
later.
again. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, God damn it. So I had tweets, however, I didn't have enough time to put them together, but I got some good ones.
Yeah. Read them off.
Okay, I'll just Can I get some waiting music?
It's waiting music. Waiting for Patrick. Waiting music.
All right, here we go. Obviously, we don't have the visual, so I'll just. So the first one is Christopher Moltisanti. Okay.
Can you read it in the voice, the AMC guy voice? Like, thank you.
Just his ears perked up.
It's called Multiverse T. Spider-Man's gonna fight all the villains from every movie all over again because it's a magic spell or some shit.
There
Then we
is
got
a great scene in Sopranos too, where they're trying to pitch a movie. I'm not going to spoil too much, but that is straight out of that scene.
Then we have the MCU has got people in this UK. What are the modest and inexpressive countries on? Oh, I'm sorry, moodiest and inexpressive countries on Earth, shouting and clapping in cinema. They're clear.
I do say.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Righto.
They got their monocles.
Some guy.
All of these poor people are doing well.
The replies after this was, "I missed Endgame in the cinema, so I never got to experience that until now." And somebody else goes, "Endgame in the cinema was basically a football crowd." Then there's No Way Home is crazy, and I guess
Spider-Man's got a gun.
yeah. Forgive me, Marty, but I'm seeing Spider-Man.
I can agree with that one too.
The fact that Willem Dafoe was the perfect Green Goblin for Toby and Tom is blowing my mind right now. And somebody replied, "He fucked up the life of two Spider-Men from two different universes, bro. The power that he held." Yeah. Meanwhile, in Juarez,
I saw that. That's great.
Oh no, that's
Boris Johnson.
yeah. Okay.
What did he have to say?
Big fan.
Oh, okay, all right. If you guys want me to read it, it's this thing of this article on Reddit. Boris Johnson's conservatives lose North Shire seat, and the first comment I thought was really funny. It says Boris worked very hard to lose that seat.
That's my favorite part
Okay,
of
that's
Spider-Man.
funny.
Yeah.
So then,
did you miss all the political commentary?
Endgame feels like an earned complete journey, but the mere existence of No Way Home is fucking insane. Someone else said, I keep telling my buddy beside me that I can't believe this movie exists. Don't you think you'd get fucking tired of that? You'd be like, do you fucking see this? I can't believe this exists.
You've said it like 4 times.
Stop breathing on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, literally.
Stop yelling.
Yes, please stop yelling.
So, how many times did you cry during this film? Own up. There was a lot of cry-worthy moments.
I think 3 were like major tear moments.
Aunt May.
Aunt May.
Happy at the grave.
And then when Andrew Garfield redeems.
Bro.
When you see him physically break down.
When she tells him,
too, when they show
when
how
Zendaya tells him, "Wait, tell me when you find me," and they kiss in the sun. I was like,
too, yeah. Oh,
fuck. So somebody passed out at a screening, like right before the trailers started.
Understandable.
Yeah.
just started hyperventilating.
No Way Home definitely gives Rise of Skywalker vibes at times, but it's more like, what if people behind Rise of Skywalker actually put some effort into making a good movie? There's this, which I very much agree with.
It's like the picture of the half-drawn horse.
Yeah.
Take a look at how man, this is a weird ending. The No Way Home, and it's an end screen from Spider-Man on Nintendo, and it just said Uncle Ben is still dead. Game over.
Uncle Ben was in this universe.
Oh, good question. He had to be hot because Aunt May's a fox.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a good.
Stallone.
No.
Okay, here we go. Here's one. Spider-Man No Way
John
Home
Hamm.
spoilers.
His name
I was
is
literally thinking John Hamm too. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the only appropriate.
Yeah,
The
he's
Green
so
Goblin and Doc Ock are only in the film as Peter's love interest. And look at the photos.
Oh boy,
Here, just look at that.
That's amazing.
That is romantic.
it's intimate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
They always had a little back and forth on and off.
Spider-Man fans, when Peter Parker is
repartee.
suffering from depression, has no support system or friends to speak of, is so poor he can barely afford to survive, and has multiple middle-aged men trying to kill him on a daily basis. When you achieve your life goal of watching No Way Home, now what?
Great point.
Which is weird because, like I say, like this, I guess for a lot of people, this was like it for the year. You know, like I feel like this crept up on me. You know what I mean?
I mean, the
I also-
year is almost over.
I also really don't know what they do from here for like
multi-
how
don't care.
multiverse of
Well,
madness.
I know that, but like how do you work to top that?
Review: Spider-Man: No Way Home is packed with thrilling surprises. If you haven't used the internet a single time since 2020.
Honestly, though,
Yeah, this is the thing about One More Day. J. Michael, Straczynski, I think his name, because it's partly based on One More Day, a story he was ordered to write, tried to take his name off, and quit writing for Spider-Man because of it. Anyway, this movie's much better than that comic. Somebody tweeted, somebody I guess got broken up with, and they put on their Instagram story, I would have taken you to see Spider-Man, bitch. Like, yeah, I was going through this all weekend,
I'm glad, but I think I'm all tweeted out.
Yeah.
tweet it out.
One last note for me: that part where Andrew Garfield was crawling on the ceiling, cleaning up the cobwebs. That's fucking great.
That was hilarious.
That was
so good.
hysterical. That was really funny. He just waves his hand.
Yeah, no, Andrew Garfield, he probably cried the most amount of times in a Spider-Man scene, right? Or in a suit, right? The only actor, like, he's got the most cries out of them.
So charismatic though.
Yeah, he's good. I can't believe you guys haven't seen the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
I
I've
was so
seen
tired. Tobey
Mike has
Maguire.
said 3 different times.
No, I guess it was to you three.
It's just like all of you, none of you.
Yeah, well, can you fucking pretend?
Not a single one.
I was back in Tobey Maguire, and then he comes on screen today. I'm just like, why?
With his frozen upper lip. Ay, get out of here. I hate it so much. It's like he's like trying to like eat a chip.
Like a dog with a peanut butter stuck to the roof.
I don't understand it. Wait, Nick, do your impression of it.
He talks like this. Like, I don't know if it looks the way it feels.
It does.
I think you have too much facial hair though.
But like,
It's like if you freeze your
it's very
cheekbones.
wide mouth. Like,
I'm Spider-Man.
There's a lot more lip movement, but no words.
Terrifying.
Hold on. It's like,
I wasn't able to find it.
you know what I'm talking about.
Funny face.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like that, you know, like that's how his lip.
Is that actually a still or
It's
is
a
that
bloop.
edited?
It's a blooper. It's a still from the blooper reel.
Look at that one. The yell.
Which one?
Go, that one right there.
He has no teeth.
Here's a piece. Those eyes.
Those horrible yellow
Look up Jake Gyllenhaal.
Spider-Man.
Day After Tomorrow. That came out the same year.
I think I tried.
You gotta go to images.
You gotta go.
Emmy Ross was in that?
Yeah. She's the girlfriend.
Oh,
So he would have been like a passable age
Yeah.
for it.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I buy that.
I'd buy that for $1.
He looks more like a teenager than Tobey Maguire did.
This is from Day After Tomorrow, which came out in 2004.
Yes.
Yeah.
This literally looks like it could have been from Donnie Darko.
I was gonna
That
say.
came out in
Yeah.
2001.
Oh, really? I thought it was
no.
a little bit earlier.
You would think, but I don't know. I feel like he would have been a bad Spider-Man. Like I wouldn't have believed like.
Tell him.
Thankfully, we don't.
would've
Thankfully,
been
we
great.
don't have to know about
Fucking
it.
Mysterio shows
Okay,
up.
Jake
It's like,
Gyllenhaal's been through enough. Okay, recently, you guys.
What happened to him?
Taylor
with
Swift
Taylor
came
Swift.
for him.
Top.
Okay, you can't say you've been through enough if you deserve it.
Yeah.
Jake
also
Gyllenhaal had Doctor Strange do a spell for him. He's been through enough.
Who is Jake Gyllenhaal? I can't remember all of a sudden. All right. So just to wrap this up, I guess.
It's that time.
Yes, it is that time. So, final thoughts, everyone. Remember, these are your final thoughts for the rest of the year on this show.
My final thoughts for the year is Zack Snyder can suck my dick.
Got it. Okay, Burke, you're up.
for the whole show.
For like, you know, specifically
this
this
was a
topic.
fantastic movie to end it on.
Yeah.
like could not ask for
I
a
mean,
better
If you
thing.
want to go that route, that's
Yeah.
I do. I'm gonna be positive, Nick.
What
Yeah.
about you?
I love the movie. I love you guys. And happy holidays, everyone.
I was gonna say, great movie to end it on. Great company to talk about
All
it with.
about the company.
All about the company, and fuck Hawkeye.
For Hawkeye.
Are we saying Popeye? I don't.
Yeah, I would 10 out of 10. This was amazing. I'm so glad I didn't pay that much mind to it while it was, you know.
You didn't overhype it in your
Yeah,
brain.
it's because I
except
was.
for when you looked up the spoilers the day before.
I didn't look that up.
I say that every time.
No, I didn't.
Every time, just look at this.
Did I not? Was I not? Was I not with you?
I think you said you couldn't. We could probably
You
find
said
it.
you
Right.
couldn't resist.
Okay. No. Yeah, I couldn't resist. But it's also one of those things where I downloaded the scene and I can
and then
openly
you-
talk about
yeah.
it now. But the scene that was spoiled for me was the 3 Spider-Men talking on like the scaffolding.
Yeah.
But I already knew they were
Yeah.
in the movie, and it was
Right.
60 seconds of footage, so it wasn't like a real
Could have been
spoiler.
Times Square actors too. If you don't
Yeah, you're right.
Jess, what are your
Jess,
final
what you
thoughts?
got?
Jess, final thoughts.
Sorry, I blanked out for a second. I also think
okay,
that
Pat
this
did
is.
it.
You were listening to Pat talk at it
I was
happened.
just like,
No, you guys are so fucking mean. You'll be lucky I asked you to come back next year, all right?
He's got all the sound bits. All right,
motherfucker.
He's got his own show.
Come Gutters, Zack Snyder.
I'll be emailing your boss.
he's gonna be running around the table doing impressions of you guys, and then running back here and doing a drop.
So
Just
Zack
having a
Snyder
conversation
has a
with
new
himself.
movie coming out. Suck my dick, Zack Snyder.
Anyway, so yeah, I think this was a really great movie to end the year on. It was really big, and I'm looking forward to where they're going with it next in like March with the multiverse.
Oh, that's May now, by the way.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they moved everything back 3
the
months
reshoots.
because the Batman
Bummer.
is coming out a week before that, and there's no way they're going to compete with that.
I want to see that too. So cool.
I don't.
really?
That trailer was dope.
Come on.
This camera
Yeah,
out of your
okay.
face.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Just wait until the fucking most anticipated episode for next year, okay? It's at the top of my fucking list, all right? Okay.
There one thing that I just wanted to say was, I don't know why, like in these Marvel movies now they like have to give like the best friend powers and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I just-
Shang-Chi did that.
Yeah,
like, did not
Shang-Chi,
need to.
and then now Ned. Like,
Not-
is this gonna be a recurring thing now?
Jess's end of year thing is the world needs ditch diggers. Essentially.
This is a classist superhero society.
All right, you Zack
Pragmatic,
Snyder.
No, I 100% agree. It's just like,
Yeah.
give me a main character. I don't need everybody being
If
special.
everyone is special, no one is special.
the best quote.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
special. Look at this
Aunt May
jacket, motherfuckers.
told Peter before she died. Everyone's special. No one's special.
Yeah.
That's why I help homeless people. Like,
Yeah. That's it. Bye. I'm done.
All right, clip of the week.
Oh.
you're not done.
This is called clip of the week.
Do it live, Joe.
All right.
Oh, you got the title in there, bro.
Oh,
Okay,
ruined
I
it.
didn't read it.
I got this from Reddit.
I always do.
Okay.
We got a car
I
wash.
have-
Boots. Those are
Okay.
Balenciaga boots right there.
I don't know if there's.
I don't know if they are, Joe.
All right. Here we go.
You gotta hit play. It's
Uh,
Reddit.
Here we go.
Okay.
All
So there's a guy
right.
in a
Move the
car
mouse.
wash.
Move the mouse.
Oh
no.
no. Oh. Looks like a Christmas tree.
Spider-Man.
Oh, damn. Oh.
This is how he gets his powers.
Oh.
What are you even doing this?
He's the cyclone.
Oh my God.
You know that
Is that cord also wrapping around
Yeah.
it? Oh, that's gotta hurt.
So not the most explosive clip, but I thought it was fun.
it was.
no one
It was.
died.
I want to hear like the Benny Hill music over it.
That's only half the video.
Ooh.
I think there's something wrong with this player.
Yeah,
Also,
those are
I-
some sweet
It's so
boots.
comedic.
It really is. Like his feet are up.
Oh, the boot came off.
Oh
You
yeah.
see the acceptance right there.
Yeah,
too?
Yeah,
where
that's
he's just
what I was
like,
gonna-
there's
he
nothing
just
I'm
gives
gonna
into
do.
it.
I mean, what is he gonna? What is he gonna do?
Is this how I die?
Yeah, he's thinking he was
And
like,
then
is
somebody
this how
has
I
footage
go?
of it too.
My death is going to be a training video.
Yeah, you guys are going to share that video, right? That was really scary for me.
That is not
traumatic
funny at all.
I mean, you guys can like show your friends, but don't post it on the internet or anything. That'd be a real asshole move. Oh man, I have seen this before though.
You know he's sobbing in that moment too.
Oh yeah, out of embarrassment.
Just throws up.
Oh yeah.
Look at him go. Like his. It's not a problem when his feet are on the ground, but when he literally takes flight, that's when it's an issue.
As soon as that pivot foot comes
I
off the
wonder
ground.
also if the nozzle piece, the hard piece, is that whipping around? Like, is
Well,
he
it looks
getting,
like he's holding on to it.
Yeah.
It's tying around him.
it looks like he lets go at a certain point.
Why is he washing the wall?
Because it's covered in schmutz.
Gotta clean it at the end of the day. A car wash can't be dirty, man.
It doesn't just wash itself?
Can't have dirty garbage.
Oh no, it doesn't. Can't have dirty garbage.
Who closes the doors on the bus?
Who will watch the Watchmen?
Oh my God! Why
Who washes the inside of the car wash?
Oh my God.
We got you on record doing it. I'm changing it. Speaking of changing it, I think that wraps it up for tonight, eh, boys?
Yeah,
Huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
What a year.
Well, yeah. What a year for real. Okay, we got flooded out of this place.
Got flooded into this place.
Yeah.
The highlight reel. You don't have it.
You got-
All right.
The in memoriam.
You got that shit. You got that shit. Yeah. So here's what's gonna happen, everybody.
Here's the
Next
deal.
couple of here's the deal. We're gonna talk about Matrix, and we're gonna do like just virtual streams or like play video games and talk about it. We'll stream on this channel, so don't go anywhere.
Cool.
Please, God, no.
Don't change the channel.
Don't touch that dial.
Don't ever leave this webpage. and then what's the other movie coming out that we have to take a look at?
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting. Yes.
boy.
Yes.
There it is.
There was that other movie.
Pretty good.
There's that other movie, Nightmare Alley,
Oh, Sing 2.
Oh yeah, that looked
by
good.
Guillermo del Toro.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, it's got really good reviews, so I really want to see it because the We Fucked the Fish Guy movie that I like.
It looks like The Prestige, but Guillermo del Toro's version of The Prestige.
Oh, I mentioned there's that trailer for Channing Tatum. He sleeps with a dog.
Oh,
You would love that movie.
Me?
Yeah.
I would love that movie.
That sounds great.
Why would I love that
Because
movie?
you always want to see people.
You like
animals.
bestiality.
holy
The
shit.
octopus.
You are.
Look at his shirt.
The lamb.
Look at his shirt.
First of all, you have a lot of fucking nerve right now. Being
Come
like,
on my show.
You're the one who likes bestiality with dogs when you know goddamn well what the truth behind that. Okay,
Oh my good God.
don't make me out you on this very last cheerful episode.
Yeah, that's a clip of the week.
Yeah. Wow, that's a clip of
the year.
You know, you know.
That's like
the last clip.
that's the final
And if
clip.
you don't know, you should never know.
You should not
Not
know.
see that shit.
I wish I could go back in time and have Doctor Strange give me the spell so I could forget that clip.
Been through a lot.
This kid's been through a lot.
Jesus Christ!
No, it's goddamn.
Oh yeah, God damn it.
Okay, we gotta end the show.
Okay, yeah.
We gotta
All
end the
right,
show.
cool. Thanks so much. We'll see you January what?
6th.
January? No, it's not January.
The anniversary.
We're doing a protest podcast.
You'll see
Streaming
Toby
live from the
Maguire there.
Capitol.
January 9th.
January. All right. We'll see you January 9th and be on the lookout for new stuff on the channel. Bye bye. Woo! Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy holidays.
holidays.
Happy